Hello, everybody, and welcome to issue 2 of Dead Winter, our City of Mist game. Thank you all for joining us today. We have the same cast as last week, but I will introduce them all. We have Alex playing Victor Belmont. We have Anna playing Aviva Cohen. We have Cindy playing Kira Davis. We have Nevi playing Nora Brooks. And we have Sam playing Katya Orlov. Tonight is a very special episode as we investigate the sudden and mysterious death behind beloved NPC Lenore Dawkins. But first, as the system dictates, we are going to go to our special narrative prepared by Alex tonight.
Well, it was like any other day. Cold, rainy evening. Crime was at an absolute high. And I looked over down the alley and I thought I saw some raiders on the horizon. Thank you very much, Matt Foreman, for the raid.
I see what you did there.
It was just like any other day at first. Go to work, and then had to go meet up with Lenore afterwards. She had me hanging out with some strange folks that I didn't want to really spend much time with, but she said we had a special connection, so she was always more on the spiritual side of things, so I trusted her judgment on this. Some rather tough-looking thugs came into the bar and caused a bit of a ruckus. We were able to get out of there and without much of a problem, but the next day was when things really got difficult. Got a text message, said Lenore was dead. So I guess I'm gonna have to be spending a little more time with these folks I just met as we investigate the death of an old professor and a dear friend.
Very good, thank you. So just to set the scene, you are at the Golden Fleece pub. Jace, the bartender, he is a tall, skinny, dark-skinned man with this brown hair that's kind of lazily tossed around his head. He and Lenore were quite close as well, and he has been visibly crying today, very sad, puffy eyes, red cheeks, the whole 9 yards. He did come over to your table and hand you the key to Lenore's office, and that is right where we had to leave off. So, take it away, team.
I think Victor had been like mid-text to his work companion as
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I texted Sylvia, my work buddy, saying like, hey, can you like look into this right now?
Mm-hmm. Far too many question marks.
Yes, because we did clarify that Victor is the person who can't just send one text without anything, sends a million little ones.
Go ahead and make an investigation check for her.
All right.
Any tags you wanna,
I'm gonna
invoke?
Yeah, lifesaver, because that's life saving my ass right now. And best friend, I think.
Okay.
Can I maybe squeeze in the private practice? Oh wait, no, I wanted to squeeze in occult knowledge, see if there's anything that's strange that came up from my polymath divination.
Sure. Yeah, that's fair.
So those three.
Okay. So cool. Plus 3, 2d6 plus 3.
All right.
You are doing the investigate move.
Oof. That wasn't 6. That wasn't very good.
Oh,
that is a fail, unfortunately. She again texts you, and she's like, I don't know, they're being really weird. They're not letting me in the room. I haven't been able to get into any of the files. They're being very protective about this one. And she sends that back to you.
I kind of text back, thanks, the thanks, but in my mind I'm like, thanks, but no thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks, I owe you one. And then I'm going to return back to the group who we're going to go investigate Lenore's office.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we should go in and check it out and see if we can find anything there. I'm also assuming she probably had, this is like thinking a couple steps ahead here, but she probably had her office at the university too, which would I know where that is or like where to find it if we needed to go there and look for clues?
Yep.
So I absolutely think we should check out the bar office, but
yeah,
that's something that if she had something, that she was trying to hide or keep secret, that's a potential place we could check out.
Okay, sounds
All
good.
right.
So You all kind of get up, something out of a movie. You all kind of get up and sync at the same time, as it's kind of a creepy task to investigate a dead woman's office. You walk over past the bar. There's a few people in the bar. They don't quite get the atmosphere that that Jace is a little sullen today. They're not really leaving him alone. They're kind of hassling him for food. So you cross over and you walk down the old rickety stairs to the basement. Jace's office is upstairs, but Lenore's is downstairs. You reach the bottom. This is the only door in the basement. It's just a little stairwell downstairs. It is locked. It has a golden handle. There's no name tag on the door or anything, just a blank brown wooden door.
Does the labeled key seem to match the doorknob at least?
It does, yep. You slide it in, twist it to the right a few times. There's a bit of a stick, but you manage to push it open. In front of you, you see a small square office surrounded by faded brick walls. A simple yet sturdy oak desk sits in the center of the room. An umbrella hangs on the coat rack along with a jacket and a set of keys. An old Rolodex storing multiple business cards sits on the left corner. A black and white office phone sits on the right. A desktop computer hums slightly as it sleeps. A painting hangs behind the desk of the downtown city skyline at night. At this point, I would like everybody to go ahead and make investigation checks. So that is 2d6, and add any tags you want. We don't really have to go over all of them because everyone's doing it, so you know your power.
Okay, and we can use our crew tags as well.
Yep.
Yeah, eyes for
Okay.
detail.
Yeah, that's what I'm
working on
looking
the DL.
Is working on the deal part of it? Not
Can you only
investigation.
do one tag per theme? Is that how it works?
No, you
Or-
can do multiple.
Just
You can do
any.
as many as you can justify, I
Mhm.
think.
Okay, I just wasn't sure if it was like as
Justify
many,
something.
but that had to be different themes, or if you know.
No, as many as are applicable, I guess.
Okay, I don't really have too many crazy.
I think
Uh,
we
I
have
got a bunch,
4
Chris.
then.
Yeah, that's
Do
fine.
you want to go over with me? I've got 5.
That's fine.
All right.
Ooh.
If
Not
you say
everyone's
so,
rolling it.
DM.
All right, Katya got a 10.
Okay. You know the old rule about not making people roll for things that are very important?
Ah, yeah.
I'm fine if you have 5 power tags, Alex.
Okay.
Wait, you have 10 power tags for
I got
investigation?
11.
I got to add 5. I had +5.
I have plus
Damn.
4. Dang,
Nice.
you're good.
I have
Uh,
+4 too, yeah.
Dirty
Okay,
12.
so what's the totals, guys? What's the totals?
Oh, my
Yeah,
total was 11.
Dirty 12.
Okay.
5,
10.
9.
9.
Okay.
we're all within each other. We're so good at this.
We're
Okay,
within each
so-
Or not. I don't know.
For this purpose, I'm going to say that you all kind of spread out across the room, and you all are pretty successful working together. You haven't had a lot of experience with each other, but everybody seems pretty detail-oriented, and you all kind of get down to business. You all spread out. We'll say, Katya, you kind of go over to the Rolodex. You see that the business card that is flipped to the top is a place called the Ambrosia Club. In yellow highlighter, the address is highlighted.
I'm gonna pull out one of my legal pads from my big old purse because it's the weekend, so it's not my briefcase. And I'll just copy down anything relevant like that. Pretty
Okay.
much.
You get a phone number, which you assume is just the random, business line, front desk kind of thing. You get the name, the Ambrosia Club, and you get the address of the place. You've probably heard about it. It's a club.
Okay, is it like a nice club, or like do I know anything?
It's like
about
it's like a
reputation?
nightclub.
Okay, like I don't know. Is it like a college club, one of those, or is
It's
this
the
like an
Snake Hole
adult night,
Lounge.
like shitty club kind of
It's
thing?
an adult shitty club.
All right, that's just sort of just trying to
Yeah.
get the idea of what the hell Lenore was
No.
up to.
Yeah, yeah. It is kind of strange because she was definitely past her partying days. Or so you thought. Nora, we'll say you go over to the coat hook. You see that there's an umbrella below it hanging. Immediately what catches your eyes is the keys there. These are labeled Lenore's office, so you assume that it's to her campus office. So you now have the ability to get in there as well. Kira will say that you go over to the desk, and there's behind the Rolodex is a little paper cup, or not paper cup, metal cup, and it has like brochures and strange notes like labeled. The notes they're not strange so much as they're rambling. They're not really talking about anything. It's like, oh, feed the dog tonight, and it's like, wouldn't you know how to feed the dog? So, anyways, they're kind of strange. But the brochure that sticks out to you is a brochure to the Barlow City Museum. Lenore has kitty corner flipped down a ear of one of the pages and marked it. You open it up to that page, and it is an auction that's set to be tomorrow. They're moving out some of the memorabilia to the public and auctioning it off. Aviva, you go over, and you check out her computer, and you kind of see what's on the home screen. You do a little snooping, and it seems that Jay said that he doesn't know her address to her house. But her address is here. She recently ordered some new clothing on the internet, and you kind of see that her address has been written down as to be the one that's shipped to. Victor, last but not least, you have rolled a dynamite roll, basically, 12 plus. So you go over with Nora and kind of check out the coat hook. You notice that the coat and the umbrella are still wet. But she was killed around 8 this morning. And it's pretty late, probably 6:30.
These are still wet. And Lenore's been dead for quite a while now.
That's strange.
We do know that she's dead, right? Yeah, it was on the news. Okay.
Did they show the body on the news, or did they just say
They wouldn't
this
show a
person's
body on the news. What
Yeah,
the
I
hell's wrong with you?
I don't
Well-
think they usually do that.
Well, I tried
mean-
to text one of the people at my work about anything, and she said they were being pretty tight-lipped about it. So
Yeah, I used my dad's information and I was looking into it, and there wasn't much.
Are there many cases that are kept so tightly closed, even in the coroner's office like that?
Maybe it has something to do with the possible gang activity going on with the Jackals. You know, if they're in the middle of some kind of investigation, maybe they have like an informer or somebody that they're trying to keep private, confidential.
That is possible.
Do I know if my dad had been like called to work, like in the middle of the night or anything from that?
Not in the middle of the night, probably this morning, but it wasn't too
Okay.
weird because he was probably getting up to go anyways.
Okay, so it wasn't like an emergency call or anything.
Nope.
Is there still? So you said that the coat and umbrella on the hook are still wet. Are there like there's still stuff on there? Is it? Katya will, I guess, come over to Victor and be like, "Are those definitely Lenore's?"
would I be able to tell if those are Lenore's or not?
They're definitely women's clothing.
Appropriate for someone her age?
Yeah, and size, yeah.
Well,
Especially,
unless Chase wears that style, I guess that's Lenore's, or maybe I don't know. Okay, why are we caring about a coat so much? Okay, one of our friends is
Because-
dead, and we need to care about something else.
Because
And this is not good.
this is wet, as in someone wore this recently, and after Lenore's been dead.
And in a locked office. I mean, the door was locked when we got here. We have the only key as far as we know, right?
we
Is there
should
a window in here?
definitely
Is there a
check.
window
Well,
in here?
there's definitely.
Is there a
Hold
window
on,
in here?
everybody. One at a time. One at a time.
No, there's
We
no
don't
window.
have the only key because Lenore would have one too. We have Chase's key.
But also, is there a window in here? Jesus Christ.
There's
Yeah,
no
it was
window.
one at a time, everybody.
I got interrupted.
There's no window in here.
Is there like a closet or any other storage space?
There's not. You get the gist that all of you kind of found everything there is to find here.
Okay.
Yeah, no like hidden panels. Well, we do have a key to her office at the campus now, which, like I said, might be a place where she wants to keep something. If she wanted to keep it private, I mean, she was still teaching, but if she wanted to keep something on the DL, she'd probably want to put it in an office that not a lot of people would go into, It's not in
Certainly
a
reasonable.
busy pub, place of business kind of thing. And I did find where she lives on the computer. So if we want to go by and check and see if there's anything going on at her place, because we still don't, this is me just asking memory-wise, we still don't know where the body was found, right?
Jay said it was found in the old quarter, about two
The
streets
old
over.
quarter, okay, that's right, okay.
Well,
Thank
perhaps we should, since we're so close, we should go visit the scene of the crime.
I think
That would make the most sense.
I think that might be wise. I did also find it looks like she might have an appointment at this Ambrosia Club.
That's interesting.
I mean, I think we can all agree she had just had quite an interesting, strangely timed meeting with all of us, and I just sort of like raised my eyebrow at these people that I could definitely recognize have some sort of mythos deal going on.
Yeah, are we gonna talk about that, or are we just gonna keep ignoring it?
I don't know if here is the right place for that. How far is Lenore's place? I do have my car if we need a ride. Someplace private.
My
Yes.
silver Elantra is out of commission.
Still in the alley. Jace is throwing a tarp over it.
That's amazing.
Stop it from getting booted.
Did I give you a ride here? Is that what, I don't even remember.
Yeah.
No, we all
Public
kind of
transportation, I think.
public transportation did. Yeah. So how having her address, how far away is her home?
Plug
address
that
from where
into
we are?
Google Gaps.
Google
Google
Gaps.
Her address is 6245 Sycamore Ave, and that is like 5 minutes away from here.
Does she
All
have
right.
any family? A lot of times they'll go and meet at the house. I don't want to just bust in while her kids are like crying on the floor or something.
That is a good point. Although, I don't know if she has any family, but it wouldn't be out of the realm of possibilities since we all knew her and had various connections that we would want to come by and pay our respects. So we can just say that,
All right, I got this, everyone.
you know,
Katya, you're her attorney. I'll be the coroner. I'll be with the coroner's office. I'll use this to get us in. Pulls out coroner's badge.
I mean, I have one of those. Okay.
Katya can pose as the attorney for the deceased, acting on behalf of her estate.
unless she already has an attorney, in which case it's going to be really awkward if
Oh.
we show up.
With an extra attorney.
Well, maybe one of us can just go inside and check if it's clear, and then we can all
Or if
go.
there's any cars outside, we should be able to tell if people are there.
Yeah, I don't mind doing that. You know, like somebody who worked with her at the university, I don't mind going in and being like, oh, we were working on a project together, because we were. Like, that's the truth. We were working on a paper together.
Should we? Oh, maybe I shouldn't say this. Should we? But maybe we should split up and cover more ground in case someone else gets to her office and house first and wrecks everything.
That's not a bad idea. There was a couple of different places. We are interested in the office. There's a CD club.
Yeah, I could see if Jace got the could manage to get the Elantra to get a second chance at life.
What? The what?
What?
His car.
Get my car.
Side quest, find jumper
the car,
cables.
yeah.
The jumper cable's obtained.
Is that the 3 locations? So the office, her house, and the Ambrosia Club? Yes.
I think
that was
so.
what we got.
Yeah.
Wasn't
Okay.
there someone said something about a museum? I don't think I got that
Oh, right.
information.
The auction.
But
The auction. Yeah.
that's out of character since Nora did not know that. But
That's for not tonight,
tomorrow,
though.
right?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow night is
Oh.
the auction.
okay, so we have time on that, but we could hit up a couple different locations.
I mean, sure. I guess if anybody has any suggestions on how to best to divide,
I'll totally go to the Ambrosia Club. That place rocks.
I have a thought. What if we split up who goes to the house and who goes to the university and we meet up at the club? Just because us and Nightlife have literally had a biker gang come and try to crash our drinking and then somebody get murdered the next day. So, like, I would personally feel more comfortable not letting any of y'all go there alone without some backup. You know what I mean?
I think that's a wonderful
Is
idea.
the
Sounds
club
reasonable.
21 and over, or
I'll make you a fake ID. No worries, honey.
okay? I've been wanting one for a while. That's actually really helpful.
I think it's just like I didn't hear that.
Same. I'm like, oh boy.
As a county employee, I didn't hear this.
Okay,
In
all
any
you guys are
official
law enforcement.
capacity.
She's just like, I've got underage friends in there all the time. No big deal.
So it's agreed. Two of us will head to the house. 2 of us will go to the university, and then we'll meet up at the club.
Well, 3 of us. I mean, I have time to kill, so.
Yes, three and 2 then. Well, I
Alright.
guess if it's me and Victor driving, how should we divide?
Say that again. Sorry.
Oh, if it's
How we-
Victor and I driving, how should we divide ourselves?
Oh, how should we divide? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I guess Victor, you seem to have quite an eye for detail, so to speak. Do you have a preference over what you think you might be able to get the most use out of going?
I feel like if there's not a ton of people around, I can kind of shuffle about the office a bit, pose as the coroner. Then maybe I'll take Nora with me. It would be very believable that the 2 of us are together doing something for the coroner's office.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So if we get caught poking around, we can just flash the badge and people will leave us alone.
So you're
Excellent.
you're going to her university office then?
Yes.
And the rest of us will go to the house.
Oh, maybe you wanted to go to the University of Vivia because you actually attended her class?
Oh, did we find out where she was found? Like, was she found
Right.
at her house?
the
It was
2 blocks
two-
away.
2 streets over from
2
the
streets.
Golden Fleece.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It does make sense for her to go to the house though, since she has the closest connection, and
Yeah, either or is fine with me. Wherever y'all think I would be the most
Riverside.
useful. Yeah, I'll go to the house. I'll go to the house.
Okay, then I'll
Okay.
drive with Aviva and Kira to the house,
Yeah.
just so
And
we
it-
have
it-
wheels close by.
It would make sense if Aviva and Kira showed up at the house. I mean,
Hmm.
colleague, employee. Katja, you're smart. You'll figure it out.
Yes, I mean, we had a passing sort of business relationship, in all honesty, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Perhaps I could just be looking for some paperwork or something that I need for Monday.
Perfect.
Should
Definitely
anyone ask.
plausible.
All right, so we
All
got a
right,
plan.
so
then.
y'all split up. Katya, you have no problem getting in your smart car.
In my functioning
Yeah.
car.
packing the crew up. Victor Jace comes out in the rain. He's kind of holding a coat over himself. He drives up his old pickup truck to yours and gives you a jump.
Thanks, Jace. I owe you one.
Yeah, you do. And he kind of goes in the side door and just heads inside. So let's do the office first. So Victor and Nora.
All right.
you-
So what's the university like?
Yeah.
Describe us kind of driving up, parking, and walking in and stuff.
So the university is, let me pull up the map just so I can describe a little bit better here.
Chris, if you kill Jace, I riot.
Why? He said 2 words.
I know, but he's so
He's so
nice.
nice.
He's so nice. We already lost Lenore. No more.
I
Well,
could
you
just
better
tell.
go back to the bar. Just kidding.
He's that nice,
Yeah,
like,
he's-
server that everybody shits on all the time,
Yeah.
and he never complains.
He's the everyman.
Yeah.
That, like, everyone he's like the everyman jack of all trades that everyone loves.
I'm rooting
So-
for him.
He could become our Alfred.
Oh yeah,
Yo,
that's true. I mean,
true.
if the golden
Listen.
fleeces are like base,
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And we literally have an like subterranean office in this place where we all meet up.
We can
No.
dream, Chris. We
All
can
right, all right.
Yes.
So you wind out of the old Quarter District hills with your cobblestone sidewalks, moss growing on the houses, very old, homey feel, back towards the booming city of Barlow. The academic district is kind of on the bay. It's by the water. A river flows through half of it, dividing the campus in 2. Large clock towers and boring academic buildings, not decorated for anything more than learning, sit on the banks of this bay. This is Barlow City University. It is pretty large. It's probably about 30,000 students there. It's a larger college or university, but they always prioritized making it look nice. Even if the buildings are boring, there are flowing gardens, there's nice overhangs in front of all the buildings. It's a bit of a juxtaposition for the boring black buildings, but the 2 of you make it there. And we'll say
Alright.
you know where Lenore's office is easy enough.
So disappointing that they ruined the aesthetic of these lovely black buildings by adding all these stupid flowers.
This is while we're pulling up and parking, and this is while I'm parking the car. It's a stick shift because Victor's cool, unlike me. And he's parking it. Oh, Nora. I think it looks pretty. Actually, it looks lovely. These gardens weren't here when I used to go here. It looks so much better now. And we'll begin walking to the office. I'll be smoking my cig until security yells at me to like, hey, you can't smoke there.
Yeah. Nobody yells at you. There's not a lot of security to be had, and you just kind of walk by.
So like, I just drop one, put it out, just take out another, light it up as we're going.
There is probably someone who walks behind you and is like, hey, man, and kind of picks it up and throws it and gets rid of it appropriately for you. So you walk through the sidewalks. And there is not a lot of security, but there are a lot of fumbling college students that are constantly late for something, running through the rain. There's a few of the more laid-back college students that are probably not going to be enrolled very long, playing hacky sack and things like that in the courtyard.
And it's cold out, right? Because it's like winter time.
Yep.
All right. So, Nevi, I'm going to kind of let you help me decide this narrative bit here.
Okay.
Since Victor and Nora knew each other, would they have been aware of each other's mythos thing and just like never addressed it? Or is it like ever since we started hanging out more, now we're noticing?
I think they probably knew, but Nora didn't have a great reputation at the office because she's very creepy. And then when she came in, her dad got like super even more secretive and kind of had a personality change. So people didn't really talk to her much, and you probably didn't want to find out what her mythos was just because she's weird. Like, that's would be...
That's fair. Nora's always been the boss's weird kid.
Yeah, like when she was 11, she tried to make everyone change the office party to at a graveyard. And,
oh god, okay, yep. That's all I need. All right, so we'll be walking. Of course, I'm smoking. I'll be like offering, Nora, you want some? No? Okay. So I guess Katja brings up a good point, and I never really bothered to talk too much to you. I guess, should we address this
it's
thing?
Yeah, it's probably for the best. I will admit that I've been kind of curious. What is yours?
And he kind of, he's got his bag slung over his shoulder, and it's half open because he's a lazy guy. And you can see
your stuff is falling
oh
out.
Shit! And you see like almost falling out of the bag is his copy of Bram Stoker's Dracula that he always carries on him. And he just kind of looks at it awkwardly for a second, picks it up and like brushes off the water that got on it from dropping it on the wet ground. So if you've read that book, I'm the guy who stops Dracula, Dr. Abraham Van Helsing.
Okay. Yeah, no, I tried it, but honestly, I feel like vampires just kind of ruin the beauty of death, It's a natural process. I just like how they just kind of mess it all up, and they're like, oh, look at me, I don't die, look at how hot I am.
Victor is very obviously like wants to be like, look, this is the OG vampires. Kid, you don't even know. And he's just like, takes a deep drag of a cigarette, just slowly shaking his head. So is your mythos like, is it the Grim Reaper, perhaps? The Raven Queen, Morrigan?
It's a fairy tale, actually.
We're like starting to walk into Lenore's office, and
I'm on the shoulder.
He's still laughing.
Fuck you.
All right, so
we're in here. All right, we'll talk on the way out. Let's start looking around before someone asks questions and like goes into work mode.
All right, so you enter Kenrick Hall. This is where a lot of faculty have offices. And you also know that Lenore was a faculty advisor, so she has a lot of students coming in and out of her office quite frequently. So you go up to the third floor, and you do see that she has like a little memorial set up by some students outside of her office. There's some flowers and, some loving letters and, a few candles burning. But the door is locked.
Can I try to use my mythos to create a flower to drop it there?
Sure. What would that be? Let's say that is.
Because I have the tag like flowers or weeds, depending on if I'm doing something selfish or unselfish. I think that counts as unselfish.
Yeah, you know what? Let's just say that happens. We don't
Convince,
really
maybe?
have to roll for it.
Okay.
I think that your mythos is strong enough to the point where you can just do stuff like that.
Okay.
So you kind of create this small flower and kind of, wordlessly, unless you want to say anything, add it to the bouquet.
Nope, I just quietly add it. It's like a black rose. Just place it there.
It's the only black flower added in a sea of peach and pinks.
Nora, really?
What?
Never mind. So we got to get in here, right?
Yeah, I got the key.
Oh, okay. Well, get us in.
You-
Come on. No one's looking. Let's go.
If you rush me, I could drop it. I open the door.
Slowly unlocks with a small creak. You walk in, and the window behind the desk is immediately shining in light. It's reflecting off the snow and making this like pale white light kind of blind you as you walk in.
I'm still smoking.
Yeah.
So.
It's a strange office. There's a small desk in the corner, and there's a closet with a few coats in it. It's almost like more of like a really, really small studio apartment.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, wow.
And you walk in, and it's kind of weird. This probably used to be like a dorm room, and then they just converted it to offices years later. So you walk into this kind of strange dorm office. There's a little closet, and there's a desk, and there's her laptop is here, probably her work laptop, where she had her desktop at the bar. So that's kind of what she got.
All right, let's start poking around. I pull out my bag and I pull out like these fancy little glasses, and I swap out my glasses to wear like these weird looking glasses with like the little mini monocle things you swatch down on them, because I'm busting out my magic arsenal to do some real investigation.
Cool.
Just so you know, you look like a complete dork in those.
Thanks.
All right, if y'all want to investigate this room, I'm going to have you make an investigate check, but instead it's going to be called a look beyond the mist, because you're kind of using more of your mythosy powers here.
All right, so tell us what's up, Daddy.
So you roll 2d6, it's the same thing, it just has a fancy name.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Can I still apply tags?
Yep.
All right. Do you want me to tell you, or do you just want me to?
Yeah, go ahead and tell me now. This is going to be more using your mythos side,
Yeah.
because there's not a lot of non-supernatural things to see here.
All right. I want to use string of letters from polymath.
Okay.
Divination polymath, sixth sense. Divination polymath, occult knowledge.
Sure.
And then I want to use my magic arsenal, holy warding, to protect myself in case there's like a trap, or like, oh look, a summoning circle that I didn't see.
I'll say that that's going to be more of your saving throw. So save that one and just take the
plus
first
3
two.
then.
Yeah, or first 3. Yeah.
All right, sounds good. And then Nora. If you
Yeah,
wanna
Nora,
tell.
do you want to
Yeah.
roll some? as well?
I don't have many like power tags, but I think I can use the fairy's watchful eye. That could probably apply here.
Definitely.
Okay. And
Sixes, double sixes.
Damn.
oh, I did bad. Terrible.
Oh, I did bad. Okay, so Nora, you're having a hard time. You're kind of caught up by looking at all the other roses and thinking why they aren't black. But Victor, you're kind of, breaking out the entire test.
Oh yeah,
kit
I got a 12 sixes.
I
Sorry.
saw.
Oh, I just wanted to say in
Yeah.
case people who are listening didn't
yeah.
see me freaking out.
Yeah, you rolled a dynamite, so basically that means you get everything. Essentially, you will get 3 clues. So if you would like to ask me these 3 clues,
Yes. All right.
you
All
can
right.
cash them in.
Give me some of the details again. There's like a desk in the office.
Yep, there's a window that's kind of slightly cracked. There's a
Ooh,
closet
cracked
on the
window.
right, and there's really not a lot in here. There's a soft couch and a few chairs where students could come in here and just chat about their
Alright.
papers or whatever.
Window, desk, closet.
So you take a look at the window, and there are fingerprints leading out of the window, if that makes sense. It's like someone grabbed the ledge of the window, and just because of your background and somewhat
Vampires
CSI,
can
I
turn into
guess, yeah.
mist.
You can see that the pressure has kind of pushed up towards the window instead of coming in the window.
So as if like
Somebody
someone
had jumped out of it.
popped it out and popped it back in.
Yeah.
Okay. Looks like someone used this thing.
Ah.
Take a look, and I'm like kind of pointing it out to Nora. I'm like, look, you see that?
Uh-huh.
That tells you that they came in and then they crawled back out through the window.
I'll
And
take
then
a
pulled it.
picture of it with
Ooh,
my
good
camera.
plan. Yeah.
Okay, you got it. And then Victor, you check out the desk while Nora's kind of taking pictures of the window. Make sure
Yeah.
you document everything. The desk doesn't have a whole lot in it. It has the same brochure that the auction at the museum was going down, and it has a notepad that says it's basically notes from what you can assume was a phone call.
I'm gonna take both of those items and put them in my
Yep.
bag.
Sure. The notes go on to say, get there at 6:30 sharp. Your badge will be waiting for you in the foyer, and then we will have someone escort you upstairs. You will be sitting by. Let me get the name for you, because it might be important.
Ooh, should I write this down?
Sure. You will be sitting by Magnus Lovat.
Magnus Lovat.
Vaught.
That's a fan. I like that.
That's
good
a cool name.
That's a good
Thanks.
name. Victor is actually reading it. It's like, good name.
Damn.
Oh yeah. Damn, I wish my name was that cool.
All right, I'm gonna hand Nora. I take it Nora's got like the huge backpack, being like younger than me. I'm gonna be handing Nora like. The
Oh no, Nora very much cares about her aesthetic. A backpack would ruin that, but
Oh, okay. So yeah, I'm gonna just keep it in my messenger bag.
but
then.
she does have like paper and stuff to take notes because she's used to doing this for her dad, like taking the
Okay.
pictures, taking the notes, categorizing the information. So
Yeah,
you're
I'll-
finding everything. She's probably categorizing it for you.
All right, yeah. So we're like working as like this really like, despite we've never really spent much time together, we're both like on the job and putting aside whatever differences we have, and we're like cooperating. Like I'll find something at the desk, be like, interesting. Hand it to Nora, and Nora will start like
hmm
annotating and analyzing and all that stuff.
Last clue is the closet. You look in the closet. It's really dark in here. Even with the light, it's kind of like one of those shitty yellow lights. It's kind of half faded.
I'll pull out the phone for flashlight.
Okay. As you push some coats to the side, and you hear clink, and your foot kind of hits a safe. It's just a small little
Ooh.
office safe, but it is open and empty. The supernatural in both of you tells you that there was an argument here. And shortly after that argument ended, somebody opened this safe and took it. You don't
Is
really
there
know
like
how.
a missing coat at this area, like one that could have been taken to the other office?
There is an empty hanger, yeah. The supernatural in you, you don't really know how you know this. It's almost like this strange sixth sense, like Victor has the tag for, and you just feel in the air that somebody had been fighting here. As this is happening, you hear footsteps coming towards the door,
Oh, fuck.
and you hear a key in the lock.
Jump out the window? Are we on the first floor?
Third floor.
Shit. Okay.
We're windowing it.
Third floor?
Well, I got this. I pull the whip out. I'm gonna try and like, I got this.
Okay.
Trust me.
They're gonna break their
Okay.
fucking necks. They're
I'm
gonna break their
so-
fucking
I'm
necks.
so here for it.
All
I'm
right.
loving this.
I'm
I'm
gonna-
loving this dynamic they
You
have.
can't just fall 30 feet. That's not a thing.
So,
Go roll. I guess.
so you're
That's
gonna
not-
open the window, and then you're gonna try to whip off something.
I'm gonna try and wrap the whip around something to like swing us down.
Okay,
Like maybe a tree, a lamppost.
Sure, I
Uh,
need you to make
decoration.
a take the risk check. So 2d6 plus any tags. Same thing.
I'm gonna tag Whip of Alchemy, stunts,
Stunts.
Stunts.
level-headed.
Uh-huh.
Really?
This is not
This is
level-headed.
not
That's a
level-headed.
minus, sir.
About
That's a
that.
minus.
Fine. I'll
Your
take
own
the two.
party is like, no.
Fine, I'll take the 2. Fine.
No way.
And I'm gonna look through your sheet real quick.
Was like, did anyone happen to take any first aid related tags?
Oh, I did.
Gonna die.
I did.
I'm gonna give
I
you
didn't.
a weakness tag of self-involved, as you were kind of helping Nora as well. For a second, you're like, "Oh shit, yeah, should I just leave her?" And then you kind of last second grab her as well. So
Damn, it's only
just
plus
plus one. Yep.
Oh, you. This is where I wish I got the dynamite roll, right?
We're gonna die. We're gonna die.
6. We're gonna die.
Oh god. So you
So it's like a wait, what level failure is this?
Oh, fail. There's only one level of failure, friend.
Oh my god.
So you grab Nora.
What if we consider using one as a power point?
No, this is his own fault.
Yeah,
This is their fault.
Alright,
Yeah, this is
let's
done.
die.
So Victor, you
Oh my
kind of
God.
grab Nora. You both kind of swing out the window together. There's nothing really to grab onto, so you're like half in the air, and your whip's like, so you both kind of fall crashing. Luckily, there's a series of bushes and hedges under you. You both take the ouch status of 1.
Ouch
So
status.
go ahead
On
and
physical?
mark that on physical harm, and just mark 1 for me.
Okay.
Ow! Ah!
Guys, that's not that bad considering you fell like 30 feet out of window. That would kill some people, yo.
There's like there's like just bushes all around us. I start pulling myself out. Oh.
You are not Indiana Jones.
I know. Ow! And I'm just gonna flop out of the bushes.
The last thing you see before you both kind of get up and take off is that someone shuts the window.
Oh no.
Fucking no.
And we'll go over to the other crew now. Alright, so other crew. You are winding
die.
through the cobblestone sidewalked streets. The rain is pouring down as it is most days in Barlow City, and you kind of make it. You're going to her house, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you wind around to Sycamore Avenue. It's a nice street. The houses are very fancy. Some of them are very architecturally up to date. There's glass walls in some of them, slanted pillars. Very new, very wealthy neighborhood. Maybe this is why Lenore didn't tell anybody where she lives. She has a very wealthy home, and some people are weird about that. So perhaps Lenore kept her own secrets. You wind down to basically a dead end, like cul-de-sac street, and she is the second house on the left. And you kind of do like the drive-by, right? Is that what you wanted to do?
Yeah, I'll sort of
Okay.
scout it out first before we just try to go into her house.
Yeah.
Case the joint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we are able to kind of pass any indication of where the crime scene may have happened, I would want to try to drive by that too, because
Okay.
we know it was somewhere between
Probably on the
her
way.
house.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is on the way. It's kind of between the bar and her house. There's not a lot to see here as it gets later in the day. There's still some tape roped off, but that's really about it. There's a few CSIs going over and just double checking, but at this point, it's kind of wrapped up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you drive by her house again. It's it's a small home, but it's very nice. You drive by and the windows are dark. Nobody is here, not even Lenore's car. There are
Okay.
no cars here.
Okay. I would like to park maybe a couple of houses down, so we're not right in front of her house.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, and I will get out, and as I'm pulling my giant purse over my shoulder, I'll just sort of mutter into it where I have shoved Yorick the skull, and just be try to keep an eye out for any trouble. I do have a protect hearth and home tag as part of my Yorick theme.
Cool.
So if I need to I haven't really thought too much about how that might function for places not my own house.
Mhm.
But if I need to maybe when we get inside, I'll leave my purse on a hook or something.
Okay.
So it can
Yeah.
be my magical security alarm if
Mhm.
anyone comes in.
So you kind of walk the sidewalks. You make it by.
Sorry, really quick. Did we
Hmm?
hear that you did? Both of us hear that you were talking to Yorick?
You might have heard me mutter something.
Okay.
So, I'll say you could probably hear it, and it's up to you if you want to ask what I'm talking.
Oh, just a little bit of
what
just
happened.
okay, yeah, I guess she's crazy too. Great. Okay,
Yeah,
fine.
like I was literally just sort of hefting the purse onto my bag, and I'm keep your eyes open. Could have been to you guys,
Or
have
you could
been
be talking to
anything.
yourself. Yeah.
Exactly.
Got it. Okay.
Hmm. Interesting.
Okay, so you kind of walk to the sidewalks. It is a friendly neighborhood. There's people walking their dogs far away. They're kind of avoiding Lenore's house just because of the day of tragedy. But you know, the universe is still continuing. People have these large white fluffy dogs, and they're kind of petting them on the other side of the street, having a inaudible conversation. You make it up to her house, and you do see like a flash of movement in the window.
That's weird. I don't think she lived with anybody.
Do you know if she had any pets? Perhaps it was like a cat or something.
Maybe, but I don't think so.
Hmm.
She kind of kept odd hours, even for a professor. I feel like having a pet that needs a little bit more care would have been...
I mean, you can make things work. Katya's like thinking about her giant cage of birds back home.
I'm just gonna turn to Katya and be like, do you have like a small chihuahua in that bag or something? Is that what you mean?
What?
Like you can make it work and take...
Oh, no, I'm just very busy and I have some pets at home. I mean...
Oh, it's weird. I could have sworn I heard you talking to something in that bag.
Oh,
Anyway.
interesting. Well,
anyway.
Anyway. Well, I forget, did we find her? We found her house key, or was it her office key we found?
It was her office key. We found the house address, but I don't think we found a house key. But I want to see if there's like a flower pot that it could be under or something like that.
See, it's possible. See if it's just open if somebody else has been through here.
That too. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna...
Are we allowed to go? Like, are there still a lot of, like, crime scene investigators wandering around?
There's nobody here.
Nobody at her house, yeah.
Okay.
Katya will just straighten up and, like, walk up to the front door and sort of, like, knock on it, very much with the attitude of, yes, I belong here, and then sort of try the door.
Okay.
Like, she's kind of just knocking for show in case somebody is watching,
Sure.
and then make it look like, oh, I'm supposed to be here, and if nobody's home, you know, I'm gonna try to do what I need to do, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Kira's freaking out. She's just like, wait up there. Dude, what? No.
If I need to roll for anything, I do have multiple tags that could work to help me for this.
It's okay for now. You
Okay.
wait a few beats, and you hear a shut up. And then you hear footsteps approaching slowly across the room. You see in the side window, there are lots of windows out the front of the house, and you see a man walking across the kitchen. He's got like an Argyle sweater on. He looks kind of like a nerd. He's got glasses on.
Okay.
He's got this like brown like comb over going on. He's about Lenore's age. And
Okay.
he walks over to the door. He waves through the window politely to you as he sees you kind
I
of
smile
before.
and wave too.
And he walks over and he's like, oh, hello. We weren't really expecting company. My name is
Hi.
Arlo.
Arlo, hi. It's so nice to meet you. My name is Katya. I don't know. I guess we've probably never spoken before. And I'll hold out my hand to like shake it. And
Yeah, he
Katya's
shakes it.
turning on her charmed, I'm sure, theme. Just to very much, you know, doing that like professional, I'm supposed to be here kind of thing. Be like, I'm so sorry to bother you. You must have been, you know, Lenore's her brother, I suppose, or?
Oh, yes, Lenore was my sister.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry for your loss.
Thank you. She was just the dearest, wasn't she?
She really, really was. You know, unfortunately, my main, you know, connections with her are through more professional means. That's unfortunately what I'm doing here tonight. I was supposed to be having an important meeting with her for a case next week, and, you know, of course, most unfortunately, I'm sure you know that we still have other duties that we must do, and to best help my clients, I'll pull out one of my business cards and hand it to him, and just be like, you know, it's just very important that I'm here to get, you know, any sort of files or paperwork that Lenore might have been working on that could help.
All right, hit me with the convince check.
All right.
Whatever tags you want.
Okay, let's see. I got a bunch. All right, I'm gonna use I've got like 3 from Charmed, I'm sure that could work.
Okay.
Winning smile, silver tongue, I belong here.
Yep.
But I would also like to apply my these are not the droids you're looking for, just to sort of be the like, everything is fine, and you know, you don't have to worry about me, let me in kind of
Do you have an
thing.
ability to call these are not the droids you're looking
I do.
for? That's amazing.
Hey, Star Wars exists in this universe.
Yeah, so does Indiana
Sure it
Jones.
does.
Oh yeah, we already got that right.
Oh yeah, I rolled like stupid high. That's a 5 and a 6, and then like
Yeah,
4 tags.
So
Okay.
dynamite?
Dynamite, yeah.
Yeah, is it 6 and 6 or 5 and 6 is a dynamite? How does
Anything above 12. So
Okay.
Above 12, okay.
Yeah, I've had like a 14.
Yeah.
yeah. So he looks you up and down. And he's like, all right, well, come on in, I guess. Can you just give me a moment?
Oh, of
I'm
course.
just gonna go straighten up something real quick, and then be right back.
Certainly.
If he tries to shut the door when he goes to straighten up, Aviva's gonna stick her foot out. Just
Okay.
put her foot
Oh,
in the
nice.
door.
Are you trying to do it
And-
stealthily or like?
I mean, like, just like cool. I'm not trying to be super secretive about it, but no way I'm letting this guy potentially close himself in a house when I don't know, getting a weird feeling about this.
Okay. Roll. I know you're not really trying to be stealthy, but roll me a sneak around check because that's the best thing that fits it.
Okay.
It's again 2d6 plus any tags you want.
I guess I'll do working on the DL because I have that.
Cool.
And I don't think anything else really applies. That's an 8.
Yeah, 8 is
me.
a success. You slide
Okay.
your foot. You get that quick sting of pain as he kind of hits you in the foot with a heavy door, but you prop it open. He walks back over to the kitchen and he kind of nervously like waves at all of you. Again, kind of awkwardly. He's an awkward fellow. Walks over to the kitchen and you hear, because you propped the door open, you hear all right, just go downstairs for a little bit and just let them come in and take what they want, and then we'll get them out of our hair and we can continue. All right, I'll see you then. You're going outside? Why? And you kind of hear like this half conversation, and you hear very slightly the sliding glass door open on the other side of the house.
Damn it.
That's what I was worried about. Somebody escaping out the back.
And
Can I go around the back?
yeah, sure.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna
Um,
run towards the back, I guess, and hopefully do it a little sneakily.
okay, I'll give you a sneak around check here. So 2d6 again plus any tags you want.
Let's do. I guess I can apply 4 of them.
Okay.
And while you're sneaking, this is not necessarily the official help, but I would kind of like to help by distracting by just like walking in.
Mhm.
Because for all he knows, he just tried to shut the door and it didn't work. So I'm just like, oh, I was so sorry to hear about da da da. And like, just, making a big show of like, I'm coming in the front door, I'm talking, being loud.
Okay.
Okay, sounds good. So I don't know if that helps, or is that an extra tag? Or
No,
plus?
just narrative.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's an 8 total.
8 total. Okay, you succeed. You sneak around the left side of the house, and you see out back is a nice underground pool, shaded by a few trees. And you do see, you see a man in a jackal's jacket walking out of the sliding glass door and across over like towards away from the pond. It's a fenced-in backyard, and he kind of is hiding behind a shed in the back that doesn't seem to be used a lot.
Just a reminder, we have cell phones with cameras in this world.
Oh yeah, I guess she fumbles for her phone because I forgot too.
Yeah.
And it's like poor light and everything. Just,
Yeah.
it's blurry.
Yeah. Blurry, shaky, but she's like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
Microphone poppy noises. Yeah.
Arlo comes back to the front door. He's like, okay, well, come on in. Make yourself at home.
Oh, thank you. That's so kind of you. And I will just like barrel on in and be like, do you have any idea? Does she have a home office or someplace where, perhaps I could see if that's where the files were?
Yeah, she does. And it's a nice house. It has this, like, the only gross part is this nasty, like, red shag carpet that has never been replaced. The rest of the house is very beautiful. It has very like teal and light purple accents around, so it's gaudy but very nice.
Okay.
He takes you into what would be like the official dining room. There's a few dull lamps lit. He takes you past this like glass coffee table with a few knickknacks and things from other countries and like trips she's been on, like souvenirs basically.
Okay.
And sets them to the side, and then he takes you into the office and he opens it up for you, and you've got an office. There's another desk here. This is Lenore's third office she owned. She has kind of it's like a dresser. It's kind of one of those situations where she didn't want to throw it away, but it wasn't in her bedroom anymore, so she moved it in here.
Mood.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll just sort of plop my bag like on top of the desk and be like, "Thank you so much. I just have to look around, see if I can find the files I need, and then I'll be out of your hair."
Yeah, sure thing. As he turns around, Aviva, are you still in the room as well?
Yeah, I think I'm kind of just waiting, where I can hopefully see where he's leading Katya off to, but I'm not like following them. I'm very firmly planted in the, now you have to come back out here and talk to me in the living room or else it's going to be weird.
Gotcha.
Nice.
I'm trying to provide some cover, for the two of you that are like, oh, I'm doing some perfectly normal looking around. So,
okay. So,
yeah, I'm near, but not right up next to him.
He comes back out, and you probably have the obligatory conversation of like, oh, and how did you know Lenore? But he doesn't really say anything of substance other than like, oh yeah, she was always such a rascal growing up. And
yeah, did I know before if she had a brother? Because
you do not. She never talked about her personal life.
Would be very weird if they lived in the same house for all this time and we never knew he was there. I'm very suspicious.
He goes on to say, yeah, I'm from the other side of town, so I don't see her that often, but yeah, she was always dear to me.
Well, you must be very devastated. I mean, I'm sorry to hear that you lost her so suddenly.
It was quite the shock, really. You never want to see anything bad befall your siblings, especially death. I used to get mad when someone would pick on her in grade school, but this is far worse.
Yeah, tell me about that. Do you know if she had any enemies? Anybody that might be wishing to do her some harm?
I really don't know. Again, we kind of fell out of touch years ago. No big event or anything, we just both had working lives.
Right. Is there any other family that might be coming to, pay respects, or anybody that we can help you out, contact? Like I saw her almost every day at the university and everything, so I'd be happy to help out if you need somebody to make those phone calls.
Thank you. It's already been taken care of. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of family. Neither of us had kids. Our parents passed years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Cousins. So who keeps up with their cousins, anyways? Okay, so Katya, you in the office.
Yes.
Are you trying to snoop around, or are you just...
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. I am going to be going through her files, obviously not for any cases.
Okay.
But I will also sort of pull Yorick out and just be like, asking, what do you think's going on? Is there anything you can notice strange about all of this?
And he's just a head, right?
Yeah, it's like a skull.
Okay.
But Katya's kind of taken up the habit over the past year since she's gotten it, like talking to him, and sometimes he talks back. It may or may not be real. She's not entirely sure. Nobody else has ever been there for it to confirm.
So you kind of plop him down on the desk, and you...
I do have an arcane advice tag for him.
And you swear his head kind of shifts towards the dresser, more so.
I will absolutely take note of that, and Alex, Discord post. And I will go over to the desk first, the dresser first, and see if maybe there's like any drawers that like are ajar, like they were closed in a hurry or anything like that.
Okay. So you do head over there. There is. I'm not gonna make you roll a check for it, but because it's not hard to find. There is a diary sitting on the top of the boudoir or the dresser or whatever. Is a red velvet kind of lined book like the rest of the house, and there is one page, and this is like a checklist, and it has a lot of like artifacts and things checked off. It has a lot of they're almost like little souvenirs she wanted, and you kind of glance out to the glass coffee table quick and double check, and a lot of these things are on there, like the Holy Grail, and it's like obviously she is a fake one, right?
Right.
And you kind of look towards, and then like it is kind of plastic, but one that has never been checked off is called the Golden Ankh.
Okay.
Ooh.
Can I tell, looking around, do any of the items that she's wanted seem legitimate?
No, they're not. They're shitty plastic.
Okay. But do I have the sense that she thought they were legitimate, or is she just seeking replicas of these things for whatever reason?
It's hard to tell.
Okay.
She's a weird woman.
Yeah, unclear. Because,
Yeah.
since she had that, Katya's kind of like, clearly there's something weird since she could sense these other people all have a mythos. Did this, what was his name? Arlo? Did I sense any sort of mythos in this guy?
I was gonna ask that too. Yeah.
You do, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Shit. Okay, cool.
I probably should have said that right off the bat.
No, that's okay.
Now you know.
Now
Yeah, I was
know.
talking to this guy like a total dweeb, not knowing he was magic.
Not knowing he was magic.
I think it
This
probably.
is good to know too,
I
because
guess that's how Lenore knows, like, about all this magic stuff. Her brother was straight
Maybe,
up. Like, had
yeah.
I mean, if he's her brother.
I think
Yeah.
In my
her-
head, I guess it kind of takes a second to register that someone's magical. It's not like,
That
oh,
makes
that guy's
sense.
magical.
That's legit,
Like,
yeah.
you know,
Mhm.
So.
Like almost like our magic auras need to sort of like have
Yeah.
a moment to like synchronize and be
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
oh hey, oh hey, that's what
Something
it's
like
like.
that. So is there
Um,
anything else we want to do in this house?
Yes.
Uh,
I just want to, while this is going on, especially because I know that Kira went around the back to like check out with that person, and I heard Arlo say, "Go downstairs." I'm gonna be like, "Well, if you don't mind, I'm just gonna use your bathroom real quick. Where is that again?"
I'm looking at the map of her house. I didn't add a bathroom.
It's okay because I'm not going to the bathroom. I'm going to go try and check out whatever it is, and I'll be like, you know what? Never mind. I must just be distracted. I've been here a bajillion times. I can find my own way. I'll be back in a minute. I'm going downstairs to check out whatever the heck was going on down there.
You walk around. You can't find stairs anywhere in this house.
Excuse me, what?
check under the rugs. There's a trap
Can
door.
I sense if there are any like weird hidden doorways or like bookshelves that look like they're gonna slide to the side?
Secret room.
Make a look behind the mist check. So
Okay.
2d6, whatever tag you want.
Ooh, boo, boo. Well, we're going to go with, let's see, connected to history. That'll be a +3. Oh, Jesus. 7. Rolled 2 2s. Bad.
That's a pass. Mild success.
It ain't good though.
So you have one clue, and I'm assuming you want to use it to try and find a staircase.
Yeah, or just some place where like a person could have gone and hidden, really.
Okay, so you do see, you kind of walk behind Katya, and there is a like trap door in the office under one of the rugs.
Yes.
Right when you do this, Arlo's like, yeah, you know what? It's kind of late. I really hate to do this to you all, but I think I just need some time alone to kind of reconcile with all of this. And you have what you need by now, no?
Oh, certainly. And I've like put the diary in my big old bag, and I just like grabbed some files of something, so that could arguably be used for, yes, I have what I need. This thing. I found the red herring.
Yeah. And he is kind of angled in a way between you and the trapdoor at this point.
Okay, interesting.
Damn.
All right.
Okay.
So I'll just be like,
it was so lovely meeting you. I hope you have a wonderful night. And again, I know she was my sister, but I'm so sorry for your loss as well. She seemed
Oh,
important to you
that's-
both. Or
It's
all. Wasn't there
very
3
kind
of you?
Oh well, I believe that our friend was just waiting out in the car. Seems like things are dangerous around here these days, after all.
Yeah, and everybody processes their grief really differently, and I just give him kind of this hard look, like.
Sure, it's a very
Yeah.
emotional time.
Mhm.
Does Arlo actually resemble Lenore at all? Like, is he reasonably able to pass off as a relative?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Same facial structure. Their bones are the same. Like their cheeks are the
Okay.
same height, and everything that really shapes a face. They have deep set eyes, both of them.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Still interesting.
Well, don't be
thank
afraid to
you.
call, and he gives you a business card.
Oh, thank you.
Some
thank
office
you so
on the other
much.
side of town. He's an accountant.
Do you happen to know when the services would be?
Oh, you know what? Since it was just me, I think we'll probably skip the service.
Oh, okay. Well, if there's anything I can do, please let us know.
Yes, thank you all so much. I hope your friend is feeling better. And he's just kind of like doing the walk to the door.
Yeah.
Bye.
Like, all right, have a good night, y'all.
Yeah. I'm just giving him like big customer service smile.
Yeah.
Just like, yes,
Yeah.
thank you, you too.
He
I'm
opens
gonna
the door.
Sue everything off it.
Just got the serious,
Yeah.
I've got my eye on you thing going on here.
Just because Sam knows the Golem mythos, I'm like, I'm here for Aviva as tank.
Yeah.
Yes. It's coming. You know it's
I
coming.
know, I can't wait.
I'm so excited though.
I am so ready for Aviva to just stonewall.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
want him to Hulk
Please
out.
Stonewall.
Hulk out, exactly.
So-
So good.
As Aviva and Katya are escorted out the door, Kiri, I imagine you're kind of coming from the opposite end, so you do see them escorted out, and you see on the back of Arlo's neck is a jackal tattoo.
Mm.
Oh, well, I was gonna actually interject at some point earlier. I need to figure out how to interject better. Like, during this whole thing, I was gonna try to approach the jackal guy. Maybe that's a bad idea.
That is your choice.
Okay, go for it. I mean, yeah, you're welcome to.
Yeah, but while all that was happening, so we're rewinding for
sure.
a few minutes.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
No, that's fine.
Everyone was busy. I didn't want to interrupt.
Okay. So you're just gonna go up to him?
No, I'm just gonna flashlight it and pretend to be really bad at sneaking around, I guess.
Okay.
Like, sneak around, but very obviously and very badly. I'm just trying to
Like
pass off as
letting him catch you.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm just trying to pass off as a really bad petty thief.
Okay.
Oh, interesting.
He's like smoking a cigarette on the opposite side of the shed, kind of leaning up against it.
Okay.
You see him, just because he doesn't think you see him, you see him kind of nudge around the corner and look out at you, kind of shake his head and go back to smoking.
Yeah, she's like pretending to try the shed and can't get the door open or whatever. It's like, oh shit. Oh hey, dude, are you gonna? I'm sorry, man. I didn't know that you were gonna be here too. I mean, like, we could like totally share whatever in the shed. No big deal.
You trying to steal from a dead lady?
I mean,
I'm a fucking
whatever's-
jackal. And he kind of takes a long drag and he's like, I wouldn't steal from this lady.
I mean, why the hell not? She's dead, isn't she? And like, I heard like only the brother lives here, and he's also old as well. Chances are they have like a shit ton of stuff in their wills anyway. That's gonna go with their bratty asshole kids.
Whew, you are a piece of work. And he goes over to the lock and he just kind of punches it off. It's old and rusted, and he kind of kicks the door open. He's like, after you.
Hell yeah, man! All right, what's your name?
My name's not important. You can call me a jackal.
Or can I call you I'll call you Jack, I guess.
Sure.
I mean, like, I don't know. It's calling someone an animal name is just really weird.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
fine.
you're
It's pretty
king,
close
not-
anyways.
Yeah. Come on. I mean, I'll let you have first dibs, man. Thank you so much.
Oh, no, don't get me wrong. I'm not fucking going in there.
Well, what the fuck are you doing here then?
I'm here for Arlo. He's my man. Good friend.
Like, you're friends with that old asshole? But, I mean, like, I don't know. He's like half on his deathbed anyway. I mean, you can find better friends. Are all
Damn.
of Jackal's friends like just retirement, like, folks?
No, definitely
What's
not.
I mean, I'm kind of new in town, so.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna let you off on a pass for this one because it doesn't seem like you're really all there and you know what, like, who's in charge around this district. So I'm gonna let you off on a pass. You take what you want. Forget you saw me, and I'm gonna finish this
Ooh.
cigarette by myself.
Oh wait, the jackals. Are you part of like a bigger like thing? Because I'm like, I don't mean to like mess with your territory. No shit. I just came from like another city. I'm running from other shit. I'm just trying to get my feet off the ground. You seem like an okay guy. Like, if it's part of your territory, man, I'll leave it alone. But like,
Yeah,
you just gotta let me know.
It definitely is, but if you're looking to join something a little more, you seem like you're by yourself from a new city. We could definitely help you out.
All right, man. Where can I contact you?
Here, and he writes down his phone number hastily. Passes it over on like the cigar box. Cigarette
Hey,
box.
shit. Thanks, man. Reaches out for a rough handshake.
Always
Looks
looking
around.
for new members, and he takes another hit.
Thanks. I appreciate it. It's good to look out for the small people in this world. Look around the shed. Just take a shovel, I guess, whatever is close.
Great choice, weirdo. And he just goes back around the shed.
Woo! Just sneak out of the back, I guess. I got a shovel, guys.
All right, so you have a shovel. This is when you see the jackal tattoo on the back of Arla's neck, and you kind of make it out to the car with the rest.
Okay. In the car, she's just sweating bullets. She's like, guys, I stole a shovel and I got a phone number. Not in that order. I got a phone number, then I got a shovel.
So we were in
Oh,
the
can
house
we get out
looking
of here,
for
please? It's
clues,
really
and
scary.
what phone number did you get? Were you like flirting
I don't
with
know.
somebody while we were trying to do actual
Don't
work?
know.
What
Okay,
the hell?
He says that he's a jackal guy too, and he seems like pretty chill. And apparently he's like friends with Arlo, and Arlo is also like friends with him because Arlo has like a tattoo as well. Don't know if you guys noticed this.
Interesting.
And I got a shovel, and I gotta return this later. I'll just ask Jace to return this later. I didn't mean to get the shovel.
I'm pretty sure you can keep the shovel, dear.
I'm not
It's
too
okay.
worried about that. What I am more interested in is
I'm like
holy
driving
shit.
us. We're not like sitting in the car having this conversation outside the house. Like,
We're driving, right?
yeah, we're driving.
we're driving. We're driving.
That's probably when Katya gets the group text goes off. Hey, we're headed to the club.
Okay.
Oh my god.
But more importantly, you
Katya
did
doesn't
an
read it, 'cause
amazing
she's
job getting our into this group, okay? So like I don't really buy any of that bullshit story about him being her brother. I don't know. It just seems really weird that even if they didn't really stay in contact with each other, that she wouldn't have told anybody about him. And also the fact that he was trying to hide something in the house.
I mean,
Obviously, we know he's in with the jackals, and if they really did kill her, maybe he had something to do with it, closest living family member. Plus,
well,
Katya, didn't you get that kind of like weird feeling about something coming off of him?
oh yeah, there's definitely more to our old friend Arlo than he was letting on. That's for sure. But
One-
What do you mean by weird
100%.
something? Is he just gross? What?
Well, yeah, but but
Oh, yeah.
more than that, he had something like the mist, something.
Yeah, that too?
Yeah,
Fuck.
and if we noticed that coming off him, he probably noticed it coming off of us too.
Oh, most certainly.
Yeah.
What I find very interesting, though, is if he's the one with some sort of, I guess we could say, connection to the city, to the mist within the city, but his sister, if that's who she really was, seems to be, I don't know, very curious about these sorts of things. Check the journal that I found, the red one, because Katya is driving, so I don't want to rummage through my bag. And whoever is sitting shotgun will totally be able to find Yorick just hanging out in my giant purse.
I guess a Vivia's shotgun, because
Yeah.
because Kira just dived into the back with the shovel. She's like, I got this! And a number.
Holy shit! It's not a dog. It's a skull. Remember?
Oh, yeah,
Who you were
sorry
talking
about
to?
that.
It's not a dog.
It's fine. It's fine. That's Yorick. He's very polite. Just keep your fingers out of his mouth. He actually
opens
helps.
his mouth.
Oh God! Please tell me this is from like a special effects
Oh my
prop
God,
department. And you
kill it,
didn't
kill it,
actually
kill it.
murder somebody.
Oh
And
no!
I just
Don't be
Close the
disgusting.
bag and just
Oh
like.
I got it at a flea market. It's fine.
But it just moved.
Well,
It's
look,
not.
I mean, relax. I mean, we didn't really get into this too much, but you sensed that something special in Argyle and or Arlo. I keep saying Argyle because he was wearing Argyle. You said he was wearing. You said he was wearing an Argyle sweater when we first saw him, and like Arlo and Argyle, it's just stuck in my
That's
brain
If the
now.
shoe fits. Yeah, no, it's
Yeah,
perfect.
his name is
It's
Argyle.
perfect.
I feel like that was a character on something, wasn't it? Anyway, so I'll just be like, yeah. So I mean, if you notice there is something about him, I'm pretty sure we've all noticed now. There's a little something special about all of us, and Yorick here just sort of helps me with that sometimes.
Can you? This is to the skull. Can you understand what I'm saying?
He doesn't move.
Are you
I'm pretty
fucking
sure
with
he
me?
can. He just does that.
Is it me?
You fucking with me, you disembodied head.
He's very rude of Eva. Just close it. It pisses him off. Just
Okay.
he doesn't like not feeling included, but he never contributes anyway. It's just anyway. So if you check out that notebook, seems like our good friend Lenore was looking for, I don't know, items and relics.
Golden Ankh?
Yes.
Things
it's-
circled here?
I guess that will be in the auction tomorrow night.
This is not really my area of
Oh,
expertise, but do I know anything about this from reading, study, whatever?
Nope, not really. Yeah, not really.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird because Lenore didn't have anything of like a mythos about her, and correct me if I'm wrong, but neither did any of the little knickknacks in her house, but they all seemed like they were from things that would be magical, but she has like the dollar store versions of them.
She does.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. I'm
Did it-
wondering if we could get in to see whatever this item was. Maybe she somehow accidentally stumbled upon something that was the real deal and somebody wanted to bump her off for it.
Maybe. While we were at the house and sort of looking at those knickknacks, I know that we could tell that they were fake. Did they look like recently disturbed? Like were some things dusty and other things looking recently placed? Like I'm trying to tell if Katya could get the sense of like maybe Eleanor did have some legit things and these people that we just found in her house might have, swapped them out or something.
Yeah,
like
nothing.
Oh.
Nothing. They're all recently touched, but again, Lenore only died
Okay.
yesterday, so
Right.
It's
So hard to
plausible
tell.
that maybe she just likes to look at her collection. It's
Yeah.
also your theory is also plausible that somebody, replaced them.
All right. Interesting. Well, I suppose we might as well just make our way to the club. Oh my god, I hate these places. All right.
All right, and we are going to take a
Yes, I
break
need a
as
drink.
the party meets up in front of the Ambrosia Club. Thank you all for playing. We will be right back. Thanks everybody for hanging out. We're going to take like 10 minutes and we'll be back.
Cool.
everybody. We are back. Thank you for sticking with us for that little bio break. We left off as the two cars of our party converged on the Ambrosia Club. As you drive into the downtown district, it is exactly how you would picture a large city at night. Skyscrapers are kind of blanking out the moonlight, not that you could actually see it anyways because of all the neon flashing lights and the lampposts. People walk down the street, most of them club goers. There's a lot of hotels, a lot of clubs, concert halls. Fortune's Row, where all the casinos are, is only like a few streets over, so there's a lot of big spenders walking around. Ambrosia Club, most of you know, is probably the club in Barlow City. It's the biggest one. It's multiple stories. The top story, it's said that there's a small jazz club, but on the bottom it is all EDM, people trying to forget the boringness of their daily lives. So as you pull up, you see a tall black building. There's golden trim that is wrapped around the edges, ending in golden leaves. The top story is made of glass walls, not that you can actually see it from the angle you're at. It's too difficult to see inside, again, because it's up there so high. At the front is a large man in a black suit, kind of the bouncer. There's a small line waiting outside, smaller than normal because of the danger of going out right now. But there's still a line.
As we're pulling up, I'm, still smoking a cig, and I look over at Nora. I'm like, God, you kids listen to garbage music these days.
Generalizations are not. Just because some people enjoy this doesn't mean I do, and I think it's rather annoying you decide to lump us all in together, old man.
Yeah. Once you get to be as old as I do, you'll understand it someday.
You know what's really bothering me about the jackals, though? Who makes their jackets? Do they order it from someone? Like Amazon? Do they have a seamstress? Does one of them sew? Like, there has to be a trail with how large their numbers are. Someone's making those jackets, and we could find an accurate representation of the amount of people there are based on that.
And this is like, parking, getting out of the car, and like half listening to Nora as I'm getting out of the car, lighting another cigarette, and I'm like, yeah, that's actually a reasonable theory to work with there.
Also, they're kind of cool, and I want one.
Especially if we're going to be doing this whole, if we do end up trying to blend in, we might need the jackets eventually.
Right. I'm just gonna Amazon and see if they get them that way. Just like Google jacket.
That's what I'm like flagging down Katya's car. Like, hey, we're over here.
Katya is immensely jealous of Victor's cigarette, and we'll try to park somewhere nearby so we can go meet up easily.
Yes, Victor has a medical degree. No, he doesn't care.
Yeah, so you all meet up easily enough. I'm going to say, just for the sake of time, you kind of fill each other in unless there's a specific conversation you want to have. We all know all the information that was shared.
Okay.
Yeah, so everybody's caught up now.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So you have that little conversation quick outside as you're all kind of sitting in the rain. You walk up to the Ambrosia Club, and you see a big man in a fine black suit and a golden tie. He sits at the door with a little chain across the door, letting people in and out as he sees fit. He has tan skin, a golden ring piercing through his nose, and a small earpiece wired to his right ear. He's wearing black sunglasses, even though it is the dead of night. Yes.
Well, I'm just like, that's the signal to you that I have a question about him, but if you have more to describe, please proceed.
No, you're good.
Can I tell if he's got a mythos going on? Is he a mythy boy?
He does not. He's just a big, beefy bodybuilder. Yes.
Is he checking IDs?
He is checking IDs, yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll pull Nora off to the side and just like pull out like a Ziploc bag of fake IDs from the bar. Just like, okay, so maybe not this one's bad fake. Okay, you know what? This will work. You're now Stacy Evans.
Stacy Evans, and I'm 27.
Yeah, you can totally pass for it.
There's a stoner behind you, like smoking in the back alley. He's like, "It's 18 and up, bro," and he just continues smoking.
That's what Victor's like. Yeah, bro.
Oh my god.
I keep it anyways for future use.
Considering our hangout place is a bar,
It's actually not a
idea.
bad idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also like not a bad idea to go undercover under an assumed name.
That's also
too.
true.
So
Stacy
Not a
Evans.
bad idea.
Stacey Evans.
Stacey.
Stacey Evans on the case.
I hear her mom has got it going on.
Yes.
Yes. All right. So I guess we'll wait in line then.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
wait.
I'm smoking,
Yeah.
waiting in line, just kind of like looking at Katya, like wondering, and like everyone else, just like, all right, so who's gonna spill the beans on this whole mythos thing? Like, just kind of looking around, like, we should talk about it. We don't have time to unpack all that.
Yes. Ding.
For the record, I sort of imagine that, like, if this guy is, like, checking bags or whatever, York kind of just looks like a can of, like, pepper spray to sleepers.
Okay.
You know? Because he's,
Yeah.
he's like her weapon, essentially. So.
That's
That's fantastic.
Oh yeah, my magic arsenal's like just gonna look like a bunch of
BDS.
junk to this guy.
I love the whole, like, glamour sort of notion of the, like, cool mythos things we have and can do.
I'm using my weakness as a positive because
Oh,
my
God.
weakness is lost on the faithless. So he's not gonna think, oh, these are magic weapons. He's just gonna be like, what is this shit?
Shit.
So you wait for like half an hour. It's a hard to get into club. You get to the front of the line. He's like, "You on the list?"
Yep.
All right, fuck it. And he just opens it up.
Awesome.
Holy shit! That
Katya was
worked.
like all ready to do her thing. Was like, oh well then.
I was 100% anticipating that was going to require more muscle than it did. So cool. I'm getting a drink. Good job, me.
I
You've earned
offer,
it.
offer the bouncer cigarette on the way in.
He takes it.
Nice.
I'll light it for him.
He's like, "Aren't
This
you a
guy
bit
is
old?
having a
Aren't you a bit
time."
old to be out here?"
Tap him on the shoulder. Hey, this is just thanks for letting me in. All right.
All right, old man. Keep it cool.
I'm like in my 30s. Come on.
Yeah, but he's like 18.
I'm not
Katya
that
and
old.
Victor are the old people at the club.
Your tie
everybody.
doesn't help. It looks bad.
I mean, it's not very straight either. I mean,
That doesn't bother. It just keeps whatever. All right, let's just get this over with, and then maybe I'll never have to hang out with any of you ever again.
So what exactly are we looking for here? This is just to the group because we had the name and phone number of this place, but
We
this
also-
really does not seem like it is in the same spheres as the Golden Fleece or anything like that. I doubt she has
I
a
know.
business interest.
I'm sort of keeping my eyes open to see if we can find any other clusters of people like us that she might have been reaching out to.
It's just looking up more evidence, and perhaps there's more of these jackals like this
Yeah,
Argyle fella that here.
Yeah.
I would like to flirt with a bartender, as
Okay.
people should do in clubs.
Nice.
Sure.
Katya will make sure to sort of give Victor and Nora both like really good physical descriptions of Arlo Guile and whatever she remembers
damn.
of the jackal that we saw.
And then I'll have Nora. I'll be like, hey Nora, show her the notes.
Yeah, I have pictures too. I just bring you over and show you everything because I have them all on my camera.
Classic. Oh, that's right. Did Kira show us the picture of the jackal that she grabbed when he was like running away?
Oh yeah, I mean probably. Sorry, I thought we hand waved over that, but yeah.
Yeah.
I just
we
wasn't
have
sure
all
like how
that.
into the specifics necessarily that we might have gotten because just like I want to make sure that if these people walk into the club, we have a decent shot of like any of us recognizing them.
Oh sure, but I mean, I think it was still dark, so it's probably just not very good. But she'll give you a general description of just like, yeah, he's
Yeah.
yay tall, brown hair
Okay.
color. I don't know.
Sure. Yes, it is
All right.
now.
I'm sorry, I didn't
No,
mean to do that.
no, not at all. I was making fun of making fun of myself, if I can talk. Jeez. Okay, so as you all enter into this club, it is a typical EDM dance club. There's a DJ on both sides of the room, just to cover all of it, just in case there was a one little pocket where you couldn't hear their droning music. The bass is drowning out the music entirely. You can't hear anything except for just the loud booming bass. People are packed wall to wall in here. There's wall to wall dancing, some sitting in semicircular booths that are kind of roped off by chains. These are kind of like the VIP sections of the club. You all notice that there's actually a very famous individual here. Her name is Alexia Carlington. She is a famous celebrity actress. She does not have a mythos, but she is in one of the VIP booths in the back. Other than that, another thing you notice is that Scott Parlov, some of you may know him. He goes to BCU. He's a student, anthropology student, and he is at the bartender. He's a bartender. He works here on the side.
So, quick question for you, MC.
Mhm.
Is there anyone with a mythos in here? Besides us, of course.
There is only one person with a mythos here.
Just cutting straight to the catch here.
Yeah. There's only one person with a mythos. He's a hulk of a man. He has tan skin, long wavy brown hair, and it's let up in a ponytail all the way to the back of the club. He's in a VIP booth himself.
Okay, so I was gonna say, is he like, he's not watching the VIP booth, he's
in it. Nope.
And we can't tell what mythos other people have, right? It's just we know that there's something there.
Correct.
Okay. Interesting.
So you're all in this club. Yeah, Scott Parlov and Alexia Carlington are really the only people that you recognize. Everybody else is just random people.
Are there like any of those sectioned off tables with Lenore's name on it?
No, nothing like that. Really,
Okay.
there's there's stairs up to the next level of the club too, but that's really about it.
Okay.
Oh, if Lenore came here, she's super old, and people are gonna notice that. So we can just go around asking anyone if my grandma's been here.
I mean,
good point.
was Lenore old enough to be like grandparent age, or is Katya gonna be slightly offended?
I thought she was like 60s,
yeah.
70s.
I couldn't
Yeah.
remember, so
Yeah,
I just
she was
wanted to
older.
check.
Yep,
Mm-hmm.
just barely on the cusp, I would say.
Okay.
We could try that, yes.
Yeah.
It could be worth it. I wonder if perhaps that individual might have known Lenore if she had some sort of draw towards powerful people, we could say.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I'll
the
just nod to the
bartender.
actress.
The bartender was a student too, so they would also know Lenore. That might be a good
Yeah.
starting point, just to confirm if she came in this way or if she had a secreter spot she came to.
Yeah, I think Kira's gonna go talk to the bartender too whenever she makes it back.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm kind of curious just to see, like, okay, I'm thinking like Ambrosia Club, Food of the Gods, right? Like, I'm trying to figure out what exactly Food of the Gods are we talking here? Whether that's from like, probably just talking to people that are like dancing or ordering drinks or something like that. Just trying to figure out like, what is the deal with this place?
Okay, so
What are people looking for that come here?
gotcha. So you kind of head up to Scott, the bartender. He has pale skin. He is that's not right. He has orange hair that is kind of in a spiked up mohawk. He is piercings all over, tattoos all over, and he is just serving bar. You probably don't know each other well. He's probably just someone you've had a few classes with. Some of you passed on campus, kind of like that. He's like that one person in your college that you were always like, oh, I see this person everywhere I go, but we're not really friends.
Gotcha. Okay.
He comes over, he's like, hey, can I get you a drink?
Yeah, sure. Just surprise me with whatever your fun concoction of the weekend is.
All right. Drinks on the house. First one. And he slides it down to you.
That's very generous. Thank you. So, Scott, right? I think I've seen you around the campus.
Yeah, you
see
look
you, so
familiar.
you look familiar. Yeah, something like that. Man, did you hear about what happened with Professor? Oh shoot, what was her last name?
Dawkins.
Dawkins. Yeah, sorry, man, Professor Dawkins.
Yeah, that really sucks. I gotta be honest. I've had her a few times in class, but
It's a huge bummer, man. I heard that maybe like she was involved with some weird shit with the jackals.
hey, yeah, I don't know any about that shit. I'm just a bartender trying to get my degree, you know?
Yep, I hear ya. I'm just trying to get the sense this doesn't seem like it's a place where the jackals would come to hang out necessarily, right?
No, definitely not.
That's cool because I tried to go to a place to just like talk to her earlier this weekend and some of them showed up and it was kind of killing the mood. So I'm really glad to know that we are not going to have to worry about that tonight. Definitely not going to have to worry about that tonight.
Yeah, no jackals here. It's too cool for them anyways. Anyways,
Yeah.
it was great hanging out, but I got to keep working. Just let me know if you need anything.
Oh yeah, sure thing. Thanks.
Second one's not on the house, and he kind of laughs and goes to the next person.
Never is.
Anything else anyone would like to do here?
Shoot. I feel like our best bet is going over to talk to. What was the celeb's name? Was Cindy?
Alexia.
Carlington.
Alexia Carlington. I got the C somewhere. I don't know why I can't do names tonight. What is wrong with me?
I can't
Hello,
talk.
I am also Cindy.
She is a famous celebrity actress.
I wanna try and get to know this person up in VIP.
Yeah, I think perhaps that might be our best bet at least. Seems to be the only connection about any of this is, these sorts of abilities are around.
Yep.
All right, let's go give it a try.
So you're going up to the the large tan-skinned man in the VIP section, or Alexia?
I think we're gonna go up to Alexia, right? Was that who Victor meant to?
No, I meant the VIP, the guy who's ticking the Mythos box.
The Mythos fella. Yeah. I think y'all were talking to two different people.
Oh, okay, then yeah, let's go talk to the Mythos guy.
Okay. So he is in a roped off VIP section. He has champagne bottles on ice that have been popped. He stands up and he's wearing this long, he's like way overdressed. He has like this long, suit coat on with tails. And he stands up and he pops another bottle of champagne and just starts drinking it right out of the bottle. Turns around, raises it in the air, and is like, yes, man, kind of hype him up a little bit. He turns around and he chucks the bottle to one of them. And there is like a bouncer between you and this VIP area.
Okay. I'm just gonna try and walk up like I belong up there.
Okay. The bouncer, a muscular young woman with sides of her head shaved. She has a few dragon tattoos on her arm. She stops you. She's like, "Hey, buddy, where are you going?"
Just joining my friend up here in the VIP lounge.
She calls up Sam D. He's like, "Yes," and he turns around. He's like, "New friends?" And she's
give him, like,
I don't fucking know.
Then I give him like an intense look to say, no, look deeper and see that I'm also a Mythos.
Okay, make a
Myth
convince
bro.
check.
Myth Bros.
Myth bros.
Myth Bros.
Hit me with a convince.
Let me check my tags real quick here. I want to. What can I use here? I don't think I can use any. I don't think I got any tags really. That
All right.
I'm not the party phase.
Sure.
Yeah, Katya probably should have done this.
9.
9. That's a success. So you look at him. He looks at you for a minute, and he's like, "Okay, let him in." And you see the dragon tattoo lady kind of take off the rope and let you up.
Thank you, kindly. Kind of is there an ashtray? Because then I'm gonna put out the cigarette in the ashtray when I sit down.
Yeah. She goes to close the rope, and then I imagine the rest of you just kind of start walking up.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
I just
100%.
fell through. I'm
She's
just like, oh,
just like,
thank you, and follow
Okay.
in.
She closes it 3 times, reopens it. All right. Is there a 6th member? No. Okay, great. And she slams it back down. And Sam D, the large man, he sits there and he's like, "And what brings you all by? New friends, new faces."
I just couldn't help but notice. You have a certain aura about you, if you catch my drift.
You have quite the glow yourself, friend.
Yeah, my compatriots and myself, we have quite the auras, don't we?
You do. I have never seen so many auras in one place. Is there a reason for this visit, or can Sam D go back to drinking his alcohol?
I'm gonna just grab one of Sam D's bottles, start pouring champagne for myself and my
Oh,
friends.
God.
I'll just sort of tap Victor on the shoulder, like pat him, and just be like, "Oh, I'm terribly sorry for the behavior of my friend. We've recently all suffered a loss, and grief makes people behave strangely."
Ah, Sam D likes to take long naps to compensate for loss, and he kind of stretches and yawns really big.
You know, Lenore.
No, I have met Lenore's. I don't know if it is the one you're talking about.
Like an older lady, Lenore Dawkins.
No, I do not know. I saw her name on the news today. She is a recent victim of the jackals. I know that much.
Yes, it's very unfortunate the amount of just increased violence that the jackals have been involved in across the city. It's dangerous times for everybody.
Isn't it just? Well, if this conversation is over, I will go back to my friends now. I don't really know what you want from me. You have never met someone else with a glow, it seems.
Not that many.
Not many, so I had to go and say hello, of course.
Is this your place by chance? You own this place?
No, I am friends with the one who does.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I've never been here before. This is not my usual scenes. I'm just kind of trying to suss out what the deal is,
He turns to his friends. He's like, "Can you believe that these 5 have never been to this club before?" And then it's like this insulting joke real quick at you.
It's like, yeah, actually, it's super believable.
I'm just like, yeah, normally I'm busy working, like a real adult.
No one knows what that is like here.
Blows smoke at Sandy, at this dickwad, blows my cigarette smoke right at him. Can you tell me who owns this joint then? I see you want to be a real dick about this.
Will you fuck off if I tell you?
Yeah, I'll fuck right on off up the model village.
Great.
And
His name is Brock Beckett. He lives on the top floor. He resides on the top floor of this place. He's a good friend of mine. We met in school.
penthouse suite. Do you know if Lenore and Brock had anything going on?
No, I do not know Lenore.
All right, well, thanks for your time. Sorry to bother you.
He pats you on the shoulder and he puts a really expensive bottle of champagne in your arms.
I think
Yeah.
Aviva's just gonna with a strength that is belied by her normie small size, just be like, all right, Abraham, let's get you out of here. And just sort of take him by the shoulders and be like, let's get out before this guy throws us
Oh
out.
no, am I the rogue? Oh no.
Wild card.
No.
Oh no, I'm the rogue.
All right, so you continue on. What are you trying to do?
Yeah, I know you had said that there was the second floor, and then Samity said that the owner lives upstairs. How many floors of the club could we see that it had from the outside? Is it just?
It has 3 very tall floors. For
Okay.
whatever reason, the ceilings are very vaulted in here. Just because there's elevated surfaces to dance on and things like that. So the second floor is rumored to be a jazz club.
Okay.
And then the top floor is his penthouse, apparently.
All right. Well, perhaps we should see if anybody on the second floor might know Lenore. Seems like they might have a slightly classier clientele upstairs, at least compared to this lot.
I heard just says she goes here all the time.
Yeah.
Well, no, but I mean, if she had it highlighted in her, appointments book, so to speak, I think it means that there's certainly something here connecting to her somehow.
And if it ain't the second floor, I guarantee it's gonna be the top.
That's my thought exactly. Might as well work our way on up.
Okay, so there's another bouncer, but he lets you through just because you're club goers. It's not really that he's
And-
keeping anyone out.
And we're aged.
Some of us are.
Like a fine wine.
Just for the record, Katya's my actual age.
It's a small, dark staircase, like a club staircase. Not a nice one. It's got shitty band posters and we'll come do a gig at your place. Take our business card kind of flyers and shitty things like
Okay.
that. It's like a red flickering light as you kind of all ascend. There's like no handrail. It's like half cracked off.
Oh, Victor's having flashbacks to
Yeah.
his youth in punk bands.
You get
The
up
local
to the second
scene.
floor, and you start hearing the sounds of a saxophone, and this is more jazz club area. Again, the distance of the floors you kind of think might be to drown out the noise a little bit as well. So you make it all the way upstairs, and you don't hear that booming bass. You kind of feel the vibration in the floor below, but that's the only trace that you were in an EDM club.
Finally, some real atmosphere.
I
I saw that, Nora.
So you get up there. There's not a lot of individuals here. There's no one with a mythos. And it is a very chill atmosphere. There's these big red and purple like plush booths with these like golden like rods as fence poles and coat racks. It's a very much more mature and relaxed crowd, and there's people like smoking and drinking, but nothing like crazy like the floor below.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna get a drink here. They probably got the good shit up here.
Yeah, actually, I'll join you for that. Did not want to have a drink where I could feel it vibrating down my gullet the whole way.
I still can just feel my skull hating me for that decision to walk into that building.
You say that, and I'm like thinking, you say, I feel my skull hating me for that, and Katsu just kind of chuckles, like, yeah, Yorick would have hated that too.
So you go over to the bartender. It's a dark-skinned man named Reed. He's got short cropped hair like he was in the military. And he gets you whatever you want.
Katya, you'll notice when I take out my wallet to pay, you'll see like, there's like the spot for the photos. It's a photo of Victor's 2 cats.
Aww, that's amazing and adorable.
I feel like the more I learn about this guy, the more I'm just like, yeah, the mythos is whatever. What is this guy's like normal deal? What is your deal, Victor? Who is Victor?
Who is Victor Belmont?
Who is Victor Belmont?
Who cares about Abraham?
Yeah, Van Helsing, whatever. Reddit.
Read that.
Read that book, over it.
Right.
There is another
he loves his
staircase
cats.
as well here. But this one there's a shut door in front of it.
Okay.
Well, that has
all
never
those
stopped us
keys,
before.
right? She had like a ring of keys. Does one of them look like they would fit on that? Cause
It does not, no.
okay, just double checking.
While we're getting our drinks, Katya will just read the bartender if he's ever seen anybody who fits Lenore's description, perhaps as a regular here. I'm just, trying to find an old friend, and I heard, she might be kicking around here.
Yeah, I've seen her come by. At least someone that fits the description.
Oh,
Not saying it was her, not saying it wasn't.
No, I can certainly understand that. Wouldn't want to make any assumptions. Do you happen to know when the last time you noticed her around was, and if she was, speaking with anybody?
It's like, well, maybe you could jog my memory a little bit. And he kind of slides the receipt towards you all, where the
All
tip
right.
area would be.
All right, can I invoke my feature of private practice to
Sure.
leave like $100 tip for him?
Yeah, sure.
Nice.
Bill it to the company, bill it to my private practice.
He's like, oh yeah, I'm remembering a little bit better. I think it was 4 days ago she came up. She talked to Brock a little bit.
Like the owner, right?
Yeah, Brock Beckett. You don't know who
Yeah.
Brock is?
Do I look like I get out, bud?
He looks you up and down. Yeah.
Do you happen to know if Mr. Beckett is available tonight at all? This was somebody who is a little close to us, and we're just trying to sort of get in touch with anybody who knows her.
Oh shit, he's right over there. He points over to a booth, and you see this strung out looking dude. He has like long orangish brown hair all the way down to like his waist. It's curly, but not because it's natural. It's because it's not been washed in a long time.
Yeah.
He's wearing like this leopard print like coat like / shawl kind of thing.
So it's
And he's wearing these like scrubby, like they're not sweatpants, but they are like the same cloth fiber that would be, and they're almost like parachute pants.
So,
Oh.
I-
And
so I'm
he's
thinking,
wearing no shirt under the jacket.
I'm picking up if
Oh.
Mark Zuckerberg went into clubs instead of
Oh my
social media
God.
vibes from him.
Katya just lets out like a hefty, like, ugh. Well,
God.
maybe you might
Alright.
have better luck talking to this one, Belmont.
I guess we're doing this.
We don't all have to go. You
All right.
guys can stay here in the old people section, and Kira and I can go downstairs.
Well, I'm not leaving Victor alone unsupervised because and I sort of glance meaningfully over there and I'm just like, so you can go down, do what you want to do, but like I feel like this is our best shot at figuring out what Lenore was doing here. So
Either that or while we're talking, see if you can get upstairs.
that
Yeah,
works
that's
too.
fair.
Yeah.
That actually might be a better idea. Perhaps some of us go speak to him, and some of us see what you can do upstairs.
It's locked currently.
Wasn't it? You can make it not a problem. Let's just say that.
Victor, do you want to go upstairs then? Or try to?
He kind of looks at the torch. I mean, I thought I had the. I can
Okay,
try.
so
I mean,
so
you might.
if we're breaking it down, I'm sorry, you first.
Oh no, please go ahead, Nora.
No, I'm just saying then we need a distraction then so no one looks over at him while he breaks through, right? Like how quietly can you do it? Can you do it without anyone catching it, or do we need a scene?
We'll see.
Oh, that's
It's a roll of the dice kind of night then, alright.
okay.
You know,
So maybe we should have like 3 separate things going on. One person go to talk to one group talking to him, one group sneaking in, then one group ready to like spill a bunch of glasses and have a big distraction or something.
That's actually
You
a
know what,
pretty
that-
good idea.
Actually kind of works, you know. I've been finding that whenever I come to a really important decision in the night, it's like it's a roll of the dice or something.
Shut up.
No!
This explains a lot. This explains so much.
I just took psychic damage.
Sorry, I had to.
No, you
So-
didn't.
All right.
Well,
no-
just for
so-
that.
all right. So Nora Kier will be with me. You two are with the Zuck.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Fuck.
What was his name again? I just sort of like whisper as we're walking.
Brock Beckett.
Brock Beckett.
He also has a freaking like tech magnet name.
Mhm.
So classic. So
Look, I went hard on the names for this game.
I'm happy. I'm
I'm-
happy.
Love
Me too.
them.
We love to see it.
All right, so you head over to Brock Beckett's booth. He's slouched down, not facing you. He is smoking on something that does not look like a cigarette, and there is a little cloud of smoke that comes up from his booth after he sets it down in the ashtray.
oh, kids these days. So Katya's just got like a sort of gentle, like, like anticipating already the "I'm sorry for your loss" smile. And she'll just like very gently like tap him on the shoulder and be like, "Excuse me, Mr. Beckett.
Oh, shit. Hey.
Hi, my name is Katya. I believe that we might have a friend in common, Professor Lenore Dawkins. I just wanted to express my deepest sympathies for what's happened. I'm sure you've heard by now.
What do you mean, what's happened?
Oh, have you not seen the news today?
No, I've been working. Can't you see?
Oh, well, my apologies then. I'm sorry to be the one to have to break it to you. Do you mind if my friend and I join you, just so, we can speak a little more face to face?
Take a seat.
She already
Hey.
was.
He's doing the, he's laying down on the seat now because it's
He's
more comfortable for his
lounging.
altered mind.
Ay,
Nice.
ay, ay.
Yeah, I'm like, I'll sit across. And I've still got my hand on my big purse with my skull in it. I'll just be like, so I'm very sorry to be the one who has to bring you this news, but poor Lenore passed away this morning.
Hey, that sucks, but I didn't really know her that well, bro.
Oh no, well I'm glad to hear that. We came to the club today to sort of try to drown some of our sorrows, I mean, she was a friend of all of ours, and well, we heard that you had a connection too, and I felt like, perhaps it was almost a sign I had to come reach out, so to speak. How did you know Lenore?
Look, if you want to talk, we gotta go upstairs. I can't hear you over the jazz. I'm gonna be honest, you're kind of harsh on my mellow. This is my place for chilling. That's my place for business.
Oh, well, I do apologize for that. Would you mind if we have some friends join us?
How many?
How many friends do I have? Well, just, my friends here, and we have 3 others who came with us tonight. Would that be okay? We were all friends of Lenore's.
I guess, but I only have enough scotch for like 3 of you, so.
Oh, that won't be a problem. And very loudly, I'll just call Victor's name first, so he kind of knows, hey, you don't need to do this right now. As Victor, Nora, Kira, come join us.
Damn it.
I'll be like, all right, my man, no time like the present. I'm just going to sort of, again, with a strength belying my otherwise very small frame, sort of push this guy up into a standing position and then be like, all right, we're going upstairs, man.
Jesus, all right, come on, you guys. And he just kind of stands up and he kind of falls over onto a table. Some people kind of push him off.
I'll do the shoulder. I'll slump him on the shoulder.
The pal shoulder,
yes.
And then I'll
we are not doing get help.
Offering my cigarettes to him in the box.
He's already got one in his mouth. He takes another one.
Oh my god.
Nice.
So
What's the score with this guy?
Turn around and whisper to Katya, we gotta just treat him well for now till we get what we need, okay?
Does he have a key ring or something, or a key card in his pocket?
He does not, no.
How are we getting in here, man? What did you do with your keys?
He knocks on the door a few times.
What the fuck?
This guy comes down, opens up the door. Mr. Beckett? Brock's like, "Ow, Mr. Beckett," and he just kind of walks past.
I hate but love this guy.
Same.
Did he have anything else in his pockets at all?
No, he doesn't really have pockets. He's got
Damn
these pants are clearly
He's got assless chaps.
yeah, they're custom made high brand that have no room for pockets.
Look, the only thing it's got room for is a money clip with a crisp $50 bill in it.
Right?
Street smarts.
Tour.
You want it? Go get it.
He's gonna throw it at me and I've gotta catch it. I need $50.
He ambles up the stairs using handrails made of fake gold, essentially. And he reaches the top, and you see in front of you, this is the glass penthouse suite that they talked about. In the corner is a floor made of gold surrounded by 2 glass walls, kind of in the corner. A woman playing piano to no audience is just sitting there playing.
The rich, Jesus Christ.
What is wrong with rich people?
There is a brown rug that encompasses most of the room with gold trim around it. There's a few golden statues up here. Everything is black and gold, kind of like the building. To the side, there are 2 large golden pillars that indicate another wall where the office is. From this office, he can see into the the glass room where the woman is playing piano. There are a few people sitting up here drinking wine on these fine plush red couches as they look on at a collection of statues made of gold that he has.
Ooh.
Is
Fucking
one of them perchance a golden ankh?
No, it is not.
Is there a
Okay.
golden sheep?
They're
Golden
all
ball of yarn.
no, they're
Dude.
they're expression pieces. They're shitty art.
Abstract.
No.
Abstract golden sculptures.
The
Oh my
hotel
God.
lobby.
And he walks by and
Yeah.
he tells you, and that one, it's supposed to be the moon and the sun meeting for the first time. And he
Aw.
loses his train of thought and he walks over to his
Yes,
desk.
yes, it's beautiful. Speaks to
Whatever,
my soul. I
man.
love art.
Hey, man. How much you ever...
$3,000. And he
Hey,
just
Brock.
kind of ambles over to his desk.
Brock, buddy, getting him another cigarette. Look, buddy, why don't you have 5 more glasses of scotch, take a nap, and then we can do some business.
Whew. No, can't do. I'm sorry. Manager will have my head.
Wait, you have a manager?
You have a manager? He does the same mocking voice too. He's like, all right, get in here. And he goes over to his office and he kind of waves to his few guests. He has 5, high entitled individuals in the room.
Sorry.
As we're walking, and I'll be like, look, I saw your place, and I was like, this guy's got to be his own boss.
Even people who are their own bosses need a manager to keep them on track.
Yeah,
It's like a personal manager, not like a man. God, what are you guys here for again?
Oh, we're very good friends of Lenora Dawkins. We were going to discuss, what she may have been doing here the last time that you were with her. It's just, we're good friends and trying to make sense of everything that's happened.
He looks to like down at the other end of like the chairs he's like offered to you all, where like Nora and Kira are placed. And he's like, "Is she lying?"
No.
Why would she lie about this? I mean, what? What's wrong with you, dude?
Gosh, whatever. He takes
We're
like
friends.
a decanter, pours some scotch, drinks it. All right. Well, I knew. I've never thought I'd be getting interviewed by cops, and he's just like in his drug-induced mind. He's
sure.
like really altered this scenario.
Let him believe that. Fine.
Oh, then he won't tell us anything good. Katya will be like, oh, no, not at all. I'm certainly not a cop. Although if you ever have any problems with them, and she'll pull out one of her like older business cards from when she used to be a defense attorney.
Yes, this is Katya Orlov. She's an attorney and has heard that perhaps you could use some proper representation due to some things that you've had to do for business, of course.
What? And
My biggest concern actually is Lenora was a work colleague of mine, and I was just sort of wondering if perhaps had spoken anything to you about any sort of, I don't know, strange cases or trouble with people. I remember you said that you missed the news today. It was unfortunately a bit of a violence passing, it seems. So, we're just trying to figure out what's happened to our friend as well as my colleague.
Look, I don't know anything. Look, all right. Will you go away after this? Like, if I just tell you?
Absolutely. We have no desire to,
Sick.
waste your time or anything. We're just trying to help our friend.
At
All
this
right,
point,
sick.
oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, at this point, Aviva's going to very closely lean in so that she's like towering kind of over this guy who is just lounging, fucking around, and just be like, we may not be cops, but you best believe that I will know if you are lying to me, and I would not want you to have to pawn your stupid fucking statue collection for reconstructive surgery. So I think very carefully about anything that you may or may not have forgotten when my friend here asks you a question. Got it?
What? Olivia, chill the fuck down. He hasn't even
Jeez.
told us anything.
I got it. Brock's cool, baby. All right.
I'm like
I
sticking my
took-
whiskey in Aviva's hand.
I took one semester at BCU before I made this club. She was my faculty advisor. She's trying to get me to re-enroll. That's it.
Really? She wants you to re-enroll?
I'm a smart guy.
Do I believe him? And I do have a thing for that if you need me to roll.
Why don't you make a look beyond the mist check? So
Okay.
2d6.
Ooh, now we're getting fancy.
You got this.
Use your tags.
And I have a living polygraph tag.
Ooh.
Tell me to buddy is lying. That is a 10?
Okay, it's a success. I mean, he's telling the truth, but he's also a pretty shitty guy. So you get you get the sense that he did go to BCU, and Lenore, being the caring person she is, probably did want him to re-enroll and do what's good for individuals. But there's probably more still.
Yep.
It is at this point. I will use one of these soft moves, and a few other individuals walk up the stairs, and it's a few men in jackal coats.
Great.
All
Oh,
right,
crap.
I'm getting my stuff ready.
I dive behind the couch.
Oh, wait,
I
Chris, quick question.
Smooth, Kira.
Brock like
Uh,
walks over, he's like, "What?" And he's just looking at you like on the floor.
She
Quick question.
does that. Don't worry about it.
Shh. Shh.
Okay.
It draws attention away from her. So,
What the fuck? Okay.
yeah, millennials, right? I'm
Yeah.
old too.
What?
Um,
Okay, Victor.
Chris, what is it? What does it mean to use like a special, like what do you use mechanically? I just want to know the mechanical framework of what you're doing here.
So I used it out of turn just because I wanted to progress the scene. But basically, when you roll a fail, I get to use like a soft move or a hard move, and
Okay.
progress the plot. But I just did it anyways. So
That works.
yeah.
That is
Works for
your
me.
right.
So,
So the-
jackals are coming up the stairs right now, or they're in the room?
There's two people that have come up the stairs in Jackal's coat, a man and a woman. The woman has long, like, dreadlocks, and the man is completely bald. This is the one that you saw at the bar, the Golden Fleece, the other night.
Oh, fuck.
Guys behind the couches, yo!
It was very obvious though.
Do we get like a mist aura from anyone who is already up here, or any of the jackals who just came in?
Nope. Well, besides Brock, but you already knew that, right?
Right. Or no? Did we?
No,
Oh,
we
we
didn't
didn't know
actually.
Oh, I
that.
thought
'cause-
Sam D
No.
said that.
No, we didn't know that.
No. Oh no,
Oh,
you know
okay, well,
what? He did.
you've
But then
adjusted.
when we went upstairs, you had said nobody up there had one, so my
Oh,
brain
gotcha.
didn't connect.
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Well, you have adjusted now to know that Brock has a mythos.
Okay, good to know then, for sure. But
know.
nobody else. Okay.
Yeah, keep reminding me of that because I'm gonna forget it over and over.
Yeah, no, it's good
Okay.
to know. We should just like automatically ask that every time we meet
Mythos?
anyone. Mythos, mythos.
Mythos.
You
Mythos
spice?
check.
Okay.
Spice.
All right.
So these jackal guys come up the stairs.
Mhm.
We're freaking out.
Brock's like, all right, you promised you'd leave. And he starts like getting some illicit materials out of his desk.
Right. I'll just be like, oh yes, of course. Thank you so much for your time. And I mean, you know, you may not have been close to Lenore, but we are sorry.
Sure, and I'm gonna tell you now. Let me be the friend that tells you this the best way possible. Yeah, don't come around here again. We don't really take kindly to people asking a bunch of questions, and I know that I'm like a little gone tonight, but when I sober up, I'll definitely remember this, and I'll be thinking about it. That's all I'll say.
Oh, I mean, certainly. Like I said, we're just trying to find out, you know, anything we can to help our friend out. That's all. But thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, sure. And he starts rolling a cigarette.
Yeah. So Katya is like ready to bounce. She's still got her hand sort of on her purse.
Alex as a player is like, I want to fight these motherfuckers
I know,
so bad.
so
but
does
Victor,
Sam.
as a logical human being, is like, no, do not whip the drugs out of his hand. Don't be flashy. Don't do it. You know you wanna.
Is there anything, this is in character, else that we require here?
Are you asking us as a group?
Yeah, I'm just gonna bounce
Oh
now.
no, I mean Katya's ready to go. She feels like we've gotten what we can at least.
I mean, we could have gotten more out of him, I think, if we tried to approach it a different way.
I feel like we could too.
Yeah.
But
I
we
mean,
didn't.
violence.
Yeah,
I mean-
somebody else is always welcome to say something too. Like Katya is done and she sort of stood. So if somebody else wants to interject, feel free.
Maybe tomorrow night and then get him high again, and hopefully he'll forget our fucking faces.
I have an idea, but it's a really mean thing to do.
What's your
Oh, yeah.
idea?
I could just start breaking his statues.
No, we'll get arrested.
Yeah.
Will we
That
now?
wouldn't help. That wouldn't help.
Would we though?
We
We get
stand.
arrested.
Nah, I don't think that would help. Like this
Yeah.
is Sam speaking.
I think
Yeah.
we already went like really stern at him, and that didn't seem to do much.
Maybe we'll go back.
Fine. We won't break his shit today. Maybe next time.
Brock, as you're kind of exiting like out into the foyer of his like little third-story penthouse, he walks right through your circle like really rudely. He goes over to the jackals and he's like, "You two look wonderful. Did you bring it? Did you bring it? Gimme." And his hands are out, and they drop a bunch of drugs in his hands.
Okay, I can't. As a county employee, I cannot stand by and watch an illegal drug deal.
Dude.
You're a coroner. Shut
We're
up.
coroner.
You're such a narc. God.
Oh my gosh, when they die, we can handle their bodies before then. Who cares?
Have a little fun, Boomer.
Nora's like, just wait for them to die. It's fine.
You hear the bald jackal call out. He's like, "Hey, I know y'all.
Oh, fuck.
Aren't you at the Golden Fleece the other night? Told me it was closed. Probably wasn't closed.
That's what I'm just a whip it. I'm just a turn around.
No,
I'm I'm Leroy Jenkins.
cool.
Leroy Jenkins.
Leroy Jenkins.
Look,
Thanks, millennial.
All right,
Rip
so
and tear.
we're going to enter the version called a scene, I guess, the combat version of City of
Oh,
Mist.
we are actually going to combat. Okay.
Yep.
Your boy wants the rip and tear. I'm sorry.
Katya's
is-
just like, oh my god.
It is
I
an
should have
initiative
broken the
list.
fucking statue.
You still can. You can take a statue and throw it at someone.
Look, I can't let this happen. This guy's the worst. They're doing a drug deal. They recognized us. We're dead.
We're certainly in danger.
Yeah, they were gonna punch you in the face anyways.
Yeah.
I'm in danger.
So
I'm in danger.
there is no initiative in this. It's just I'm gonna have like a soft initiative in my head. So if Victor goes twice before Aviva goes twice, like that might happen at sometimes, and vice versa, obviously.
Got it.
But you know, if I haven't been to you in a long time, feel free to say something. But I'm gonna try to have like this soft initiative in my own head. It's pretty easy, especially since the bad guys don't really get turns. They like react to your failures.
Okay.
yeah, that's
This
really,
is our
it's
first
really
combat,
great.
everyone. I'm so proud of us.
And you're all upset that I'm starting the battle. I want to.
We made it an episode and a half without fucking anybody
I
up.
was
I'm
about to say,
proud of
like, we
us.
have
I've
a
got
lot of
Abby
party
over
faces.
here, like really mad at me about.
We
my
have a lot of
decision.
party faces.
Yeah,
And you
and
decide to punch someone in the face.
I'm just upset it wasn't me. Like,
It's okay. I'm still really excited to see Aviva Golem out.
yeah,
I'm
it's
excited.
coming.
I am excited. It's gonna be cool.
Look,
All right.
Look, let's put it this way. Kira's the one who's gonna like straight up ghost face kill her here, and we're all just gonna be like, oh, I'm scared. Oh, I came up with a token for my guy. Oh yeah, you're good. Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Here, you want me to like just send you some of my random Curse of Booty Island ones? Okay. Yeah, you're lost, not mine.
Chewy.
Bless you.
Oh,
Zuntite.
bless you, and also that was adorable.
Yes, agreed. Great. Yep.
I'm first up, yeah. Wait, hold. Chris, no, Abby can't hear anything.
From the stream?
No, okay, never mind. She can hear now. Never mind. Okay, we're good.
Okay,
Alright,
maybe it was just buffering or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, that's weird. Okay.
All right. Onward.
Cool. Yeah, Victor, you're gonna go first because you are kind of the one who softly initiated this. So
Softly is well, that's a gentle way of putting it.
That's a word.
You
So-
don't fucked up.
Victor's gonna just kind of, start pulling the whip out, and he's gonna start running around, coat flapping in the wind, in the air, and I'm gonna try and disarm this person's gun by like using my whip.
okay,
to
let's
pull
roll
their gun
a go toe-to-toe check as you're kind of disarming this person. So roll 2d6 and any like whip tags or anything like that.
Whip of Alchemy, Holy Warding in case they go to attack me, and how about stunts?
Okay.
All right, +3. That is a 9.
Okay, a 9. Cool. So you disarm the female jackal, and her gun kind of goes like rolling across the ground over to the right. As this is happening, she like looks back, and she's clearly gonna run for it next turn. So until then, who wants to go next? I'll just leave it up to you guys for right now because you're all kind of looking at Victor, just like this woman pulled a gun on you. So yeah, just somebody choose to go next, and we'll just keep going.
She's about to run away, and then there's the bald guy. What does he have?
The bald guy has brass knuckles, and he looks a little more up and personal.
Okay.
Brock is kind of cowering a little bit.
I'm gonna pick up the statue that looks like the sun and the moon meeting each other for the first time.
Nice.
And as I'm holding on to this, you kind of see from this small frame every little like aspect of my musculature and my physique starts to thicken, and I just start growing like really tall and giant.
Nice.
And you see these 3 like glowing glyphs begin to just shine this bright blue light out of my forehead, and I'm going full on I'm gonna chuck it at this guy and just be like,
Fantastic.
get down.
Awesome. I'm going to say this is a hit with all you've got. You've got a pretty clear shot at this guy. You're just going to chuck this statue at him.
All right, so that's my 2d6 plus tags.
Mhm.
Okay. 12.
12.
Dynamite, baby!
Dynamite roll. Okay, so you can evoke a status plus your power. So how many tags did you add?
4.
4 tags. So
Yep.
that means that he is taking multiple fracture wounds. He has the tag multiple fractures now.
Okay.
So you just chuck this across the room, and the sun and the moon just shatter on his head, and he just is instantly knocked out from your strength.
Cool.
He is down for the count, unconscious already. This like big golden sun is just like on top of his head. Very
All right.
cool. All right. Nora, Kira, Katya, one of y'all next.
Where's the exit on this?
It's right here. These are the stairs.
Oh god, that's beyond. Okay, that's awkward. I'll think.
I mean, there's no. I'm just putting Roll20 up for kicks. If you want to run out there, that's okay. There's no like set movement speed in this game. So
Okay.
Oh, there isn't? Interesting.
I just put it up here so we have a better visual representation. Yeah.
I'm like trying to decide
I'll
what exactly I
try
want to do
something.
yet.
Okay, Nora, go ahead.
I think what I'm going to do is for the one who looks like she's going to bolt, I think I'm going to try to create like a toad in her pants so that way she has to focus on that
Okay.
and just
my
kind of
God.
cause her to
Amazing.
I love it.
Yes.
Go
instead
ahead.
of running.
Go ahead
Okay.
and make a go toe-to-toe check. So 2d6 plus any tags you want, because you're
Okay.
kind of stopping her in her tracks rather than hurting her. So
Yeah. All right. Let's see what I can do for that one. I think Wish for the Uncanny would work, and Doesn't Scare Easy would also work, as well as the one that is just Geese or Toad. So I'll use 3.
okay.
Sorry, my sheet is being a little slow.
Oh, I think I just moved it for you. My bad. That's why.
And go toe to toe.
Ooh, great success.
you rolled a dynamite as well.
Nice.
So y'all are just powering through this. So basically what you get to do, you manage to achieve your goal. So we can just say that happens. So she gets this like toad like in the pocket of her pants. It's kind of leaping down her pants. She's like, what is going on? And she's kind of freaking out. She goes to reach for her gun and she can't quite get there just because she's so distracted on this toad. So she's kind of hopping around in the right hand corner of the room now.
I know there were like a bunch of sculptures and stuff. Are there plants? What exactly is
Sure.
the window situation like to the outside?
All the walls are glass, so they're all kind of windows.
Okay.
There's plants, whatever you want to be, there's in the scene, honestly.
Okay. Then if there is like some sort of a plant near, that we could say is near enough to one or both of the jackals, I would like to use my Witch of the Wilds
Sure.
to have it sort of grow and like try to grapple one of them.
Cool. Make a go toe-to-toe check.
Okay.
2d6 plus tags.
Shit, that is only a 6.
Okay. So you fail. So we are going to... I'm going to use one of the soft MC moves here, and I'm going to hit them after a fair warning. So I need you to roll a face danger check. So 2d6. Basically, this is a saving throw in D&D. So if something
Okay.
bad is coming your way, try to dodge it.
Do
is essentially
tags
what's happening.
that could help for like protection still do that? Okay.
Yep.
Good to know. That's gonna be 8.
Okay, so you reduce the tag
Yeah.
by 1 is what happens. So he Brock gets up and he has this like little pistol that he pulls out. He's like, shit, man, and he just kind of fires it off at you. So you take 1 second, sorry. You would take a grazed. So this bullet fires out of his little handgun he has in his pocket, like his pant belt, and it like catches you in the side. So you take a grazed tag of 1. So on your physical harm, go ahead and mark the 1
And just try to find it on my sheet. Where the heck is that?
all the way at the bottom.
Can I
This
ask a
rock
quick
guy.
mechanics question?
Sure.
Not letting
Is
me
there a
look at the
concept
building.
of like reactions or something like that in this? Like if somebody's, about to attack an ally, can we react, or do we wait for the like bad guy to finish their move and
Yeah,
then
there is no reactions.
how do we Okay.
Just because that's the only time. Like basically, their rounds are
Oh, that's
reactions.
sorry, that's
So-
the tracking cards then that I
Yeah.
note
Yeah,
the harm
yep.
on. Okay, and I have 2.
1, just 1,
One,
because you
okay.
you rolled a success, so you got to reduce the tag by 1. You would have taken 2, but you managed to get out of the way of the bullet a little bit.
Okay.
Got
Do I
it.
just need to label it like gun damage or something? Because they're different,
Physical
right?
harm.
Yeah, just put it. It's fine. I'll remember him.
All right.
So you are grazed. Also a note, Victor and Nora, from falling out the window, you still have an ouch.
Yeah.
That didn't go away, so that might come up in this combat at some point, just so we know.
Gotcha.
Okay, who hasn't went yet? Kira? What are you
Yeah.
doing as you see all this happen? You see, you're like, it got real as soon as that gun fired, and you're kind of like, oh shit.
Yeah, holy crap. I'm gonna go after Brock, and I don't know, hopefully I can knock him out.
Okay. So you're just gonna run up. Go ahead and roll a go toe to toe, because you're not really trying to harm him, just kind of knock him unconscious.
Oh, what if I do want to harm him?
Then you would roll a hit with all you've got.
Okay, I'll add I'll add 3 tags to that, if that's okay.
Sure, what are they?
What is tag?
I have Silent Assassin, I have Pointy Things, and I have Surprise, motherfucker.
Sure. Those sound legit.
That's
motherfucker.
amazing!
That sounds
Amazing.
legit.
Surprise, motherfucker!
Oh, so you roll
Oh, no.
a miss.
I missed!
So you,
Oh, I epically missed.
yeah. So you
What
run
was
up
the-
to
what was
Brock.
the number you rolled?
5.
Let me grab my token, I guess there.
Oh, 2 1s.
Mhm.
Oof,
So
big
you
oof.
run up to Brock, and he's like, "Oh shit!" And you go to like, are you using like a knife, or like, are you just trying to hit him with your fist, or?
I'll be using a knife.
Okay, so your mythos, you produce a knife mystically, and you go to like stab him in the gut, and he's like, "Oh shit!" And he slaps his gut, and you watch as the outside of his shirt becomes this solid gold, and you stab him in the
She's Midas!
yeah, and you stab him in the gut, and it just kind of reflects off and bends your knife, and he's like, "Oh!" And he's going to use a hard move now to.
I love that mythos.
Let's see what we can.
Right.
So
Midas
good.
is so cool.
I love this game, everybody. It's just
Oh
so
my
good.
City of Mist, yeah,
Finding
this
it
is a
out,
really
you're just
good
like, oh my
game.
god, he's blank. That's the cool
Also,
Brock.
folks, if you're interested, this book is gorgeous.
It's really pretty, everyone.
And it's
So, like-
available as a PDF.
Yes, I have the
Yeah.
PDF.
And
Not,
so-
We're not sponsored, by the way. We just like
It's
this.
true. We just are really
We're
having
not
fun.
sponsored.
No, we're not
We
sponsored.
just have to stay inside our homes, but we still want to play games, so PDFs are our friends.
No, I get that, but we're not sponsored.
If you're looking, we're not sponsored, but if you're looking to change it up, I've been finding this is a lot of fun. We can talk about that after we're all done here.
Yeah,
though.
definitely.
Okay, so he's going to use his make something. Oh, never mind. Complicate things big time. So he pulls his phone out of his pocket and he dials it like a 911 text to somebody and fires it off. And you get this sense again that there are more people on the way here, perhaps from inside the building.
Ooh.
So that is his complicate things move. we'll say top of the order, Victor. You're back up because I think everyone else has went. So.
All right, I
I'm
want to
sorry,
do.
I fucked up.
No, it's.
Hey,
part
I
of-
failed too. I got shot.
I mean,
It's
you
part
just
of
rolled,
RPGs. Shit goes wrong all the time. It's part of the
Mhm.
game.
Yeah. Roll it.
All right. Here's what I want to try and do. I want to try and basically do this crazy maneuver where I can trip up, like all three of them, giving us a window for escape, maybe. Because there's more people on the way, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
What is it with Victor on the third floor of places? He's just like, I cannot stay on the third floor of a building.
Let's
I
jump!
have
All
to
right.
jump.
All right.
You're
You know
gonna
what?
try to
That's,
get out of here.
you know,
Victor busts through the window again.
I'm gonna. You know what? No, screw it. I'm gonna cause some big harm to Zuck.
Okay.
That's what I'm calling him, the Zuck,
Okay.
the Brock.
Okay. Hit him with all you got then. Let's see. What
I'm gonna want to do Whip of Alchemy, stunts. Can I use Sixth Sense to like try and like figure out the weakness?
Yeah, sure.
All right, I'll do +3.
Okay.
10.
Okay. I'm gonna say -1 because you're ouchie.
All right, so 9.
Yeah, because your ribs are kind of cracked, and the way you would normally use the whip is just not happening.
So yeah, I'll just tell me, is it like what level of success it is for me, and then I
You
can
have a
narrate
mild
off of that.
success.
All right, so Victor's gonna try and like slide in between everyone, throwing like, and he pulls out these in one of the hands. He pulls out from a pack these little like silver crucifixes that get little blades on the end of them, so they're like little vampire hunter shurikens basically. He throws them at Brock as he runs down this way, throwing them at Brock as he's running from the side to make sure he doesn't hit Kira. And he hits Brock with like maybe one of the 5 he throws. The other one's embedding themselves in the wall on the other side of the room.
Yeah, these golden statues are just trying to like crack around him, and you now might have a better sense of what the golden statues are.
That's so cool.
That's dope.
That's
And,
really awesome.
Anything else from you, boss?
No, that's good. Who went next? Aviva, I think.
I think so.
Sure. Yep.
Yeah. So am I still somewhere near any of the statues is kind of what I'm wondering.
Sure. Yeah, you can be. I'm not really using Roll20 as like exactly where you are.
Yeah,
Just-
sure. I'm gonna go ahead and just sort of doing this like spin around from where the guy is that I like crashed this one statue on his head. I'm gonna try and like scoop up another one in one of my arms and then do sort of like a running jump and throw it. And I want to plant myself like between where Brock is and where Katya is just getting shot. So it's kind of like attack, but like then there will be like this big basically barrier between the person that just got shot and the guy with the gun.
I'm gonna say that's a change the game move because you're
Okay.
kind of trying to change the environment and provide support for your team.
All right. So I'm gonna add gives me super strength, protect the powerless, giant clay body, and yeah, nothing else really applies.
Sounds good.
8 for that.
8. Okay, so that is a mild success.
Yes.
Yeah, so you get to that happens. So you chuck this across the room. It hits him, and he gets to take a status equal to your power. So you use 3 power tags.
Mhm.
But he has a move that allows him to reduce it by 2. So he takes the status of ouch 1 as he kind of gets blindsided by this. You see again, he touches his arm and it becomes hard gold, and he just kind of pushes through the statue. But you do also give Katya a little bit of cover by doing this. So.
Awesome.
So yeah, that could be a status. I guess Katya, you would take Protect 1 as a status, but I'll remember that and have you apply that as it goes. All right, who's next? Nora?
Yeah, can I just pick up the gun that got sent away so the toad lady doesn't get it?
Yeah, sure. You pick it up.
Cool. I don't know how to use. Okay. I guess I'm gonna try to make some smoke then to just give us a little bit cover, and people will maybe stop shooting as much. Oh
Okay.
wait, that's helpful. So that wouldn't actually work because I think that would count as selfless rather than selfish.
Probably, yeah.
Okay, in that case, I won't do that because you know what? I'm gonna try to create just another toad in the guy's gun. Just a little tiny toad so it can't shoot.
Okay.
So many toes.
Go ahead and
I
make a
love
change
it.
the game because you're using your mythos in a way that is difficult. To do.
That would be selfless too. So it'll be flowers because that is not that one. Well, I'm gonna create flowers in it so it can't shoot anything. Oh, okay. So wish for
Gonna just shoot little flowers. I love it.
Yeah, like the gun where you shoot it and it just says bang on the banner, but
Yeah.
out pops like a bouquet or something.
A bouquet of black roses. Gotta be
Yeah.
black roses.
Yes.
Laura Brooks, folks.
Yes.
The gothiest.
That'd be
Okay.
so awesome.
we stan a goth queen.
And I'm gonna put a -1 because we have that selfish crew trait too.
Okay, sure.
And what is that one again? I apologize. Oh,
It is change the game.
Okay.
No, Nora.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
Okay, so what happens with change the game? It's a little different than other moves we've used so far. You get a juice point, minimum of 1. So you have a juice to manipulate the world around you. We can say that you use your juice point to disable this gun from the inside.
Can I just make it a flower if I'm changing the
Yeah,
world?
fuck it, sure.
It's just a black rose.
Yeah, sure.
I love it.
So she picks it up, or well, narratively she picks it up and she goes to take an aim at your friends, and you just reach out and take it and turn it into a black rose.
No, not that one. I already have that one. I was doing it the other guy's gun. So
Oh, okay.
because
He
I
has...
picked up one gun and
Sure.
then he has like the little pistol, right? So I just turned that one into a rose.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, yeah.
So now I disabled all of the guns.
So Brock is super high. And he's like has this gun in his hand, and he's like, oh shit, and he just has like this rose, and he just goes to smell it for a little while.
Classic.
All right.
Oh my god.
Katya?
Yeah. I would. If I look out all the windowy walls, do I see like a fire escape or anything like that, or is this guy just seriously throwing caution to the wind? with his
No, there's a
existence?
fire escape.
Okay.
We're gonna leave through the windows again.
That's why I was asking if there was a fire escape before I did this. Oh man, I really want to use Yorick, but I think this is gonna be so much better. I would like to use my the birds ability and essentially summon like a flock of birds to break through the window near the fire escape and just like cause havoc inside.
Oh my
Sick.
god, yes.
I love it.
Same thing. Make a change the game roll. And if you're successful, we can just create the story tag of birds inside.
That's gonna be a 10.
Okay, so you're successful. So this flock of birds just randomly gathers outside and crashes through this glass window. So all the bad guys in the room now have the story tag of like, we'll say like crowded, because they can't really see as well.
Yes.
So they're just
Can
kind
I-
of crowded.
This was my homage to Baba Yaga's chicken-footed hut, by the way. Is
Love
just like
it.
this connection with birds.
Can I put my name in for them to have the status henpecked?
Sure.
Oh, I love that.
You got it.
See a bunch of chickens just everywhere.
Right?
Okay,
Love
so Kira is up now.
Okay, so everyone's gun is disabled. I feel like we should take Zuckerberg and kind of interrogate him further, right? Kidnap him? Just straight up kidnap him?
No, he called the cops. Let's not kidnap him.
Do we not kidnap him?
We're very recognizable. I think we should just go.
Should we just go now? All right, I'll just head out. Hell yeah.
Oh, we should drop that fake ID so they don't think it's me and they just gonna think it's.
You could, yeah. You
All
go
right.
ahead
That's
and drop your
actually
fake
not a
ID.
bad
Wait,
idea.
All right, hold on. Are the people we've been fighting still conscious and able
Brock
to
is.
attack?
He's the one that is.
Brock
Everyone
is.
else is knocked out.
Brock is totally gonna snitch on us, though.
He's also
isn't he?
high as balls.
That's true.
But, he's
All
very-
right.
but he literally said, "I'm going to remember you guys once I get off of this high."
Oh
Right?
yeah, and I mean that's a negative tag Katya has too, is that she's very memorable.
Mhm.
Oh,
So, yay or nay? Do we kidnap him? Do we?
That is
leave
up
him
to
alone?
you. I mean, if we're like I'm assuming this is a meta conversation, not one we are having in front of Brock in character.
Yeah.
So-
Okay.
Sam will say Katya does not think kidnapping is a good idea, but it is.
I don't know what we
y'all's
do with
choice.
them.
All right,
My
heat of the
bad.
moment. Let's go.
all right,
Oh,
burn
okay,
the place
um,
down.
Yeah, make
That's
a
what I
choice,
call-
Cindy.
Wait,
Totally up
okay.
to
Can
you.
I?
There's
so,
no wrong choice.
where the hell are
it's
the
fine.
illicit drugs? Can I grab one of those and just like slice the bag open, just shove it all in his face.
Sure. I won't even make you roll for that.
Whoa!
He just dumped his stash.
Yeah. So
And
he's
then
just
They
like,
call the
okay.
cops, and then they'll just find him high as hell and drugs all around him.
After she
Go ahead. Actually, go ahead and roll a convince with that.
Oh, can I use my, I would like to help and use my medkit power tag from Healer of Man, because I'm a medical professional. I know which drugs are going to get him in the most trouble, but not kill him.
You can use a help point if you want.
I could also just knock him out with a bunch of drugs on his face and just be like, good night.
True.
believe that's probably the best way, yeah.
All right, Kira, go ahead and roll a convince check for me. 2d6 plus any tags you want.
Okay, I guess I'll use, I guess disguise work? Yeah, why not? And then
Okay.
convince, that's an 8?
All right, so we'll give him the tag of high, and you used 1 power, so he is tripping with 1. So yeah, he's riding.
Oh.
Okay, we're kind of out of combat at this point because Brock is stoned to the point where he is like unconscious, basically.
He's inebriated.
Yeah.
Pentatonic.
Okay, let's get out of here, because
Classic,
the cops will
yes.
see that he just called 911 and he's high as hell or something.
Yes,
Why
let's go. Katya's like grabbing her shot arm and is just making for the fire
Is
escape.
there
I was
wait,
gonna
is there any cameras in this room? He's very rich. Can we do a quick check?
I was just gonna pull a fire alarm on the way out
I was
so
actually
that
gonna
no
burn
one
the place
notices
down.
us leaving in the
Uh,
We
pandemonium.
are not burning this
we're
place
not
down.
burning this.
No,
place.
that doesn't make any sense. We shouldn't burn it. We should just go.
Reaching into my bag for Yorick. Wait, what?
Pull a fire alarm and let's go.
Okay,
you hear
let's
people
go.
banging on the door to the 3rd floor.
I sprinkle
out
the
the
rest of the
window.
drugs over the unconscious jackals and head out.
Okay,
More drugs!
and that's where we're gonna end tonight.
No!
Ah!
Yep. So, great session, everybody. I hope you enjoyed
That
your
was
first
a
little
lot of fun.
combat scene.
That was amazing.
That
was
Thank
so
you.
fun.
I
Yeah,
love that
thank
the
you all.
system has us name and like create your own moves and
I know.
stuff. Like
Uh-huh.
it's really fun.
It's
Uh-huh.
great. All right, so we're gonna go around and plug real quick before we take off for the night. So, Sam, if you want to go first.
Sure. Hey everyone, I am Sam. You can find me on Twitter at @thesamwisest. I'm Samwise_GameG here on Twitch. I'm a disability advocate in addition to being a TTRPG streamer. Most of the time, you can pretty much just find me now at the Chromatic Chimera. I am in both of our Wednesday games, Agora's Bells and Steam Spell. On Monday, make sure to join us this Monday specifically, April 20th. It is it is the finale of No Initiative's Eberron campaign, Dead Skies by Night. We had the main plot finale this past Monday, and we are going to be down our usual DM for our full finale this Monday. So we're going to be doing a level 19 one-shot that is taking place several years after the events of the finale. And it's gonna be ridiculous. So you definitely don't want to miss it. Like if you missed our whole season, doesn't matter. This is gonna be a really fun, wacky one shot. So come and check that out this coming Monday. And then otherwise, I am in Elsewhere on the first Tuesday of the month. That is also here. And I think that's really all that I've got going right now that I'm allowed to talk about.
Whew,
So
sweet.
follow me on Twitter for things.
All right, Nevi.
Hi, I'm Nevi. You can follow me on Twitter if you want. If you have any tips on how to do goth makeup, send it over because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm using like Bill Nye lip kit that has like 4 different colors and just throwing black on my face, and I'm like, oh.
Great plug.
I've got just the person for you, Nevi. I know just
Nice.
the person.
Yeah, send them to me.
All right, Alex, go ahead.
Oh, hi, I'm Alex. I play Dr. Victor Belmont, which is, yes, a Castlevania reference. I am well aware. Abraham Van Helsing mythos. You probably know me as Mr. Puddins if you're not following me already. MR Puddins on Twitter. I talk about RPGs a lot. Been kind of quiet on there lately, but that's where you'll see a lot of our notifications for going live. I also tweet them and I kind of talk about the games we play and stuff. I am the DM for Steam Spell, which our next episode's gonna be on the 22nd. We're hitting a real high point in the story. There's gonna be a lot of really good, intense roleplay. So if that's something you really want, is that intense, in-depth character roleplay, definitely worth checking out. That's again gonna be on Wednesday at 6 p.m. EST. No, 7 p.m. EST.
7
p.m.
Eastern.
Central Time. Time zones are weird. Thank you.
All right, Cindy.
Hey, I'm Cindy. I'm part of Chance Encounters with good old Nevi over here, and we are we kind of took a hiatus with the whole virus thing, but we're gonna be back Sunday mornings right here on Chromatic Chimera doing Tales of Minery streams coming up the next few weeks. So check us out and
Now, which
yeah, and we have character art now, and yeah, check us out on Twitter and come hang out on the Chromatic Chimera Discord to hang out with us, and it's gonna be great.
Great, thank you, Anna.
Yes, I am Anna Goldberg. You can find me on Twitter at Nymeria941. I also have a YouTube channel that is just my name, Anna Goldberg, where I talk about books and board games and TTRPGs. And I'm also going to be running a disability-focused readathon there with one of my friends next week. So if you are interested in reading some cool books, you can go check that out. And if you want to watch me play more games, I also play Dorcas, the half-orc, half-elf paladin of the City Guard in the Guards game on Encounter Roleplay. And that is on Wednesdays.
Nice, thank you. I'm Chris. I was the MC tonight. I DM Agora's Bells on Wednesdays. I play in Steam Spell on Wednesdays, and I play in Elsewhere on Tuesdays once a month. If you haven't seen the Agora's Bells VOD from this week, I highly recommend it. It was a great session. We had some big plot bombs and things like that go off. So go ahead and check that out. Otherwise, I will see you all Wednesday. Be sure to follow me on Twitter as well. I might, tweet this year. So that's it. Yeah. That's it for tonight. But thank you all so much for being with us, and we will see you next Friday.
Woo!
Buddy.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye guys.